Police find mom's eyeball on a pizza box.
I'm a murderer! I murdered my mother! I murdered my mother! I murdered my mother!
Oh my god.
Holy.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was so vicious. Did you see that? Can't look at myself. I can't look at myself. I can't look at myself. I can't look at myself.
Holy, you're having like a psychotic break.
That's my mom.
A Florida woman calls a co-worker in the middle of...
It's always Florida every time. Like, I don't know if y'all know that every single time, bro. God damn.
...the night begging for help. When he gets to her house, she reveals something shocking and tells him to call 911. Within an hour, police uncover the brutal truth in the woman's garage, where one of the most savage crime scenes imaginable awaits them.
I'm the devil! I'm the devil!
Within an hour, police uncover the brutal truth in the woman's garage, where one of the most savage crime scenes imaginable awaits them.
I'm the devil! I'm the devil! I'm the devil!
The following report is based on official police
mental
records,
illness.
and the footage has never been seen before until now.
Holy mental
the scene
illness,
that police
Batman.
find inside a Royal Palm Beach, Florida home on March 16, 2018 is one of unimaginable horror. Blood spatter stretches from the entranceway to the kitchen, into the laundry room, and even up the walls. But it's inside the garage that the authorities find the true nightmare. A woman's body, mutilated beyond
Holy.
recognition. Eyes carved out of her head. And while these
Yo.
images will undoubtedly remain engraved in the memories of every law enforcement
That little Caesars? What is that? I should say hot and ready up.
officer who sees them, one may last longer than the rest. The woman's eyeballs placed carefully on top of a Little Caesars pizza box, right over
Gay
the
little
cartoon
fiend?
logo's eyes.
Oh,
Hello, Rose.
Come from this unfathomably gory police
I missed
walkthrough.
you.
They came hours earlier when a 32-year-old woman named Camille Baya began sending unusual text messages to Kenneth, her manager at work.
Ladies.
1024.
Maybe a long time shit.
I got a story you could tell for centuries.
Kenneth's phone shows that the first text from Camille came at 10:08 p.m. and depicted an emoji
Was it working
of an
last time you
angel.
streamed, you
Shortly
bitch? I
thereafter,
know,
she
I know,
sent
I
him
know.
a picture of a man giving the middle finger
that's
to
okay.
a police
Get that
car
back.
and wrote, "There's only one." Camille then sends a
Doesn't mean
crippled
I don't miss
that
you.
reads, "I need to sleep. Can you tell the boys to keep it down up there? I need to rest." Attached to this text is a helicopter emoji.
Do you know what that means?
I had no idea.
But the text continued. Camille sent a photograph of 3 gold statues with a message reading, "My pendant." She then writes, "Bring it to me by order of King Osakan 22, and sends a picture of a city with a pyramid. She ends the string of texts with one final ominous message that reads, "Mom doesn't believe me, King. Can you believe her?"
Yo. Did the killer kill her, take her phone, and start doing shit? That gotta be something crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a manager there.
Okay. So what did you do?
She was a career.
Career.
And a new book would be written. Is she the time? I think that was done before you.
I love conspiracy
text
theories,
me
not gonna
all
lie.
Afterwards.
My guess.
Mhm.
My.
Are you talking about, like-
Guess would be when she
Like
sent
murder
you,
conspiracy
I got my
theories
wing.
or like
It was already done.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
Bigfoot
Camille
conspiracy
also sent
theories?
similar text messages to another manager at FedEx that night, but it wasn't until shortly after 1 a.m. that she picked up the phone to call a coworker named Julio.
Well, I was asleep,
I got you.
and I got a call from Camille, and she sounded like something happened. She sounded, I don't know, frantic maybe.
I'm
I don't know if
fixing
that's the
my
right
shit.
word,
This
but
is
she
dumb,
told me,
Bill.
she's like, "Can you come
Gross.
over? I need somebody to talk to." And I
I'm
was
about to
like,
murder
okay.
you.
And I hung up, and then I told her to text me her address, and I came over here, and I saw her outside.
Oh,
I met with her
never
outside
mind.
her house,
I'm
and
watching
when
her
I
just
saw her,
debunk
she was kind of
archaeology,
mumbling a little bit. I couldn't
conspiracy
understand
theories, and I
everything that
love
she
them.
was saying.
Dude,
but
I
she was
fucking
saying
love
something
archaeology.
about that she's been offered meds.
What's his name?
That her weed got laced. Then she told me that.
Say his
she
name, and then
murdered her
we'll watch
mom.
him after this.
On the heels of that horrible mission, Julio immediately calls 911, and deputies from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office respond to the scene. They find Camille sitting on the sidewalk and immediately notice that her hands are covered in blood. She tells the responding deputies that she killed her mother and makes the statement,
Just paste
"The
that.
drugs
Okay.
made me do it."
This out of her mind, bro. Oh my god, lock her up.
But it's not until they put her in handcuffs and begin walking her to a police car that she
She's
becomes
crazy.
completely unhinged.
Done my medicine and I was weak and I killed her 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 and I killed her.
Oh my god, oh my god.
I killed her, I killed her, I killed her.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
This is our
Shut up.
I wonder if he killed
No,
her.
that's crazy. But like, I'm just saying, get on the ground. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Okay, but she has bloody. I'm a murderer! I murdered my mother! I murdered my mother! I murdered my mother!
Okay.
Oh my
Throw her in
god!
the back of the car.
Oh my god! I'm the devil! 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 I'm the devil!
Camille.
My mother! My
Chat, I think she murdered. She murders her. No, I think she
What was
murdered
like, going
her
through?
mother. Or is that the son? I don't know.
Is she, like,
Chat, who do you
schizophrenic or
think?
something?
Who do you think she
If
killed?
Camille is sick, a look inside the house may reveal why. The entire first floor is
Whoa, her
decorated in
mother?
blood.
Would have
Inside the
never
garage, there
guessed.
awaits a scene of utter savagery.
That's
Camille's mother,
crazy.
Francisca Montero Baya, lies on the floor, her face smashed, with a deep cut to her right
shit's
arm
like
and a long, wide gash down the center of her
like
chest.
lagging.
There's
I don't
another
know what
deep
my-
cut in her pubic area, and the skin of her forehead has
Yo.
been peeled back,
What?
exposing the skull underneath.
Holy.
Her eye. And of course, there is their final tragic resting place, positioned on top of a pizza box, almost like someone's idea of a sick joke.
Nah, this is a super villain, bro. Y'all gotta kill her.
Investigators notice there are cameras set up inside and outside the house, but when they check the recordings, they find that the DVR has been unplugged. The bloodstains surrounding the outlet suggest that this was done very recently. Camille tells police that she thinks someone laced her marijuana with PCP, or Flocka, a designer drug that
Flocka?
can lead to hallucinations and violent aggression.
You might, man. Captain Phillips, because if she's on Flocka, she's got to be transported. Yeah, that's your guys' jail ain't going to take her anyway. Yeah, so. Sergeant will address that.
It's decided that Camille should be taken for medical treatment, and she is none too happy about it.
Dude, the only time I ever had like crazy shit happen when I smoked weed, I don't know if it was lace, but I know I was tweaking. I was checking out. I was just super paranoid. I was going crazy. You know what I mean? There were the cops. I hear sirens. You know what I mean? And then I just fell asleep. I wasn't trying to kill anyone, dude. I don't know.
Let's get you checked
Like that just
out.
seems like evil, especially your old mom.
Yeah, like when it comes to like bad
Kill my mama.
trips, I usually
could
think it's
kill my
like,
mama if I wanted to, bro. To be honest, she gonna f me up.
especially when it comes to
Mama
weed, even if
beat
it's
my
lace,
ass.
it's usually like,
At the
oh,
hospital,
I'm
her
panicking,
strange
like, oh,
behavior
I'm
continues.
gonna die, not I need to kill you, you know?
I'm a murderer. You kid. Stop acting dumb.
No. Let's just get through this as quick as we can, so don't make it any harder for the docs and the nurses, alright?
I accept I would you die, would you die, would you die.
You wanna get out of here and go over there, right?
I couldn't get over, I couldn't get over, I couldn't fight it, I couldn't fight it.
Is she still tweaking?
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the drug that makes you kill your mom. Oh my god, she's literally tweaking.
Camille, can we get the jacket off so that they can treat your hand?
Hey Camille, those injuries on your legs, when did those happen?
I love my mom too much. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't think any amount of drugs will make you like kill your mom like that. I mean, I'm sorry. but,
Unless
like,
you're
dude, she, like,
hallucinating
cut out
and you
her-
don't
there's, like,
see
some
your
crap
mother,
shit.
then
I don't get that.
maybe.
Yes, of course.
What
But like,
drug was she taking?
Of course. I did it, I did it, I did it. I don't want to see how I did it. Please don't make me say how I did it. You'll see how I did it. You see how I did
Were you
it.
trying to hurt yourself?
No. It was in me and I got to her. It doesn't matter because I did it. It doesn't
Oh,
matter
oh.
because I did it.
oh my god,
It
oh my
doesn't
god.
matter because I didn't fight it. I didn't fight it hard enough.
Okay.
She sounds like she's up. Psychedelics will make you do anything, really? I mean, they said it was like PCP or whatever the. What I don't know what that is, but will that happen? Are there other cases like this? I don't know. YouTube, you let me know. I have no idea.
Dude, if I killed my mom in a psychedelic trip, kill me now. I would not be able to live with myself. I'd probably be like her. I'd probably be like her, honestly.
I'm so sorry, mommy, I'm sorry.
That's me, bro. That's me, bro. That's me.
I should have listened. I should have stopped.
This is actually not that funny, but like,
The
literally
autopsy
me,
later
if it ever
reveals that
happened.
Camille's mother died from blunt force trauma to the head and strangulation. In addition to the extensive lacerations, her nose and facial bones were fractured, and several cracked and knocked out. Her right eye wall had been broken, and a foreign substance, later determined to be marijuana, had been pushed into her brain. An equally inexplicable discovery.
Nah, this is
a set of
crazy.
keys is found in her vagina. At the hospital on
What?
the night of the murder, Camille seems unable to cope with the haunting memory of what she's.
I can't believe I did that. Oh my god. So please knock me out. Please, I can't think anymore. I can't think anymore. Please. I want to feel like this. I feel like dead. I want to get it out of me. Get it out of me. Get it out of me. Get it out of me.
Camille's toxicology report will later reveal the presence of THC and amphetamines in her system. And while there is no mention of flakka in the test results, one of her neighbors recalls Camille mentioning it on a previous occasion.
We were just kind of talking, maybe something about the news that day. I don't remember exactly, but it was something about a situation that had happened, about somebody being on flakka. And then that night too, we thought, this is so weird. She just admitted that she had done that. And we were all kind of like, you tried that? And she's like, yeah, I sprinkled some on a cigarette.
But while it's unclear what part
cigarette.
illegal substances may have played in that night's massacre, the discoveries keep getting more and more bizarre.
Dude.
Inside the garage, police find a cryptic handwritten note that reads, "The gates to heaven are in your eyes, the stairway to heaven at your legs. I found nirvana when you tasted the fruit. I was blinded by love at
Ooh,
first sight."
bars.
At the
Bars.
hospital,
Nah, that's a devil. Maybe she on to something, bro. Lock that up. She don't need to be nowhere near nobody.
Camille
What
is
the?
finding peace.
I can't look at myself. I can't look at myself. I can't look at myself. I can't look at myself.
She need a line up.
Never do that to my mom. I'm such a mama's boy. I love my mama so.
Oh, that's a boy.
According to
Shit.
one of her mother's
My bad.
co-workers, however, the relationship between Francisca and Camille had grown strained in recent months.
I knew she was having problems with this daughter.
Okay.
Drugs and many times she didn't want to go home. We would go after work.
Wait, is it-
Go here, we go to
I don't know
the
what
restaurant
new-
and they have,
Jesus,
happy hour
bro.
and
I feel
something to
bad
eat
for the mom.
because she didn't want to go home.
She didn't want to go home. How long has that been going on?
That's about a year now.
About a year now?
Yeah, or more,
Okay.
And she was having trouble sleeping and you could see things were bothering her, but she wouldn't talk to anybody.
On the night of the murder, a nurse tries to look past Camille's horrific deeds to offer words of comfort.
I'm dead. It doesn't matter. I'm having no soul anymore.
No soul?
No.
Everybody has a soul.
Pray and you talk to the Lord. You'd be surprised what you I don't want forgiveness. I don't want to.
Hand drawing as you draw is cool, right? Isn't that fucking cool? And I drew it. I drew the hand.
A monster.
This just seems
You're a
so
monster? Nobody's a monster.
crazy.
Camille, I'm not sure what you're going through, what you did, but I'll pray for you so everything be okay, alright?
It's never gonna be okay ever again.
We never seen a case like this, chat. Does she get charged as like insane? Because she doesn't seem like she's in a right state of mind. She's traumatized. I mean, bro, she tweaked. I don't know what that is. Maybe psychosis. I don't know what it is. Like, I never seen this before.
Nothing is gonna be okay after that. Nothing will be okay after that.
Okay, we'll give some time to go.
I feel bad for the mom, man.
Probably needs to go to a fucking mental hospital, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, she put her mom's eyes on a Little Caesars box. So that is
Oh my god.
Get some vital signs too. I'm gonna get vital signs.
I'm telling you, this is me. If this ever happens.
It's ready to go.
Ready to go.
This is how I'd be acting.
I'm thinking she was so drugged, got in a fight with her mom, and the whole thing spiraled, and she didn't realize it until she did everything. Bro, but like, no drug does. At least to me, I never did no drugs like that, though, to be honest with you. I only smoked weed ever. I don't smoke weed anymore, but when I smoke weed, I would never do this, so I don't know, bro.
Prepare to transport Camille to the detention center for booking, but the nurse has some parting words.
I'm sorry I just met you. I wish I could, be here for you, but just pray, girl. God is good. Unfortunately, we have
God
to
is
live
good
unrestricted
to the person who took drugs and killed their mom by accident. Not even by accident, but like
Although
in
she was
a
originally
mental
booked on first-degree murder,
state.
Camille Baya ultimately pled guilty to manslaughter with a weapon 6 years later, in November 3. She was sentenced
I know
to
the
15
woman
years
probably
in
means
prison
well,
with
but, like,
credit
good
for
God.
time served. Francisca Montero Baya was 55 years old.
That's sad.
What's up, Greg, and welcome back.
Oh my god. Get out of my face.
Back to a very
Okay, we're gonna watch that archaeologist guy. Let me get that link. Excuse me. love this guy. I don't watch him as often, but I watch another archaeologist girl, and he sometimes like features on there. Let's see. Oh, wait, this is the girl. That's the girl. Yeah, that's who I watch. I fucking love her. The Great Raft. Who built this? Which ones? Not fucking Buc-ee's. We're not doing that. Oh, Vampire Bear. Yeah, I remember that. Let's see.
I'm gonna lose it. That would've been hilarious if I just broke that right away. I feel like we need a quantifiable way for you guys to see how much I'm freezing to death in this room. Is that in frame? Please tell me I hung that in frame. I gotta say though, this is probably the perfect set to discuss a story about a whole bunch of people dying of attrition. Okay. 38 degrees and dropping. Freezing to death. Anyone who does any sort of backpacking or hiking has probably had the same interaction. So how long do you think it's gonna be before we find a body out here? Dude, what the Well, I'll tell you that the only thing worse than hiking with a friend and finding a body is hiking by yourself and finding 800. Today we are going to be discussing an infamous archaeological mystery, and one that you may even be familiar with. But the reason I was inspired to make this video is because of two papers, one published in 2019 and one in 2023, that completely change everything we know about this site. So today we are going to go over this mystery from top to bottom, from its discovery to the theories surrounding it, to the new genetic evidence that proves once again that the truth is often much, much stranger than any theory could be. Howdy friends, my name is Milo Rossi, and today I will be slowly freezing to death while I tell you the story of... This tea is gonna be cold really fast. Oh, we're down to 30 degrees. Oh, this even has Celsius on it. I don't even have to do translations in post. I'm gonna get a black Sharpie and cover the Celsius side. Oh, 30 degrees? It's like fucking summer in here. Most sources that you will find on this topic will tell you that the lake was discovered in 1942 by a forest ranger, but this is not entirely correct. I'm waiting for the one commenter with a Punisher skull profile picture to cry about this mug. The discovery of the skeletons at Rupkund Lake actually date back much further. A British mountaineer by the name of T.G. Longstuff reported finding human skeletons at this lake in 1907. Frankly, I don't know how I feel about anyone with the name T.G. Longstuff doing literally anything, but if any of you out there are looking to get into the industry and need a pseudonym, I would like to toss T.G. Longstuff out there for your consideration. Would also make a wonderful drag name. But T.G. and his long stuff aside, the discovery of the lake itself actually dates back a little bit farther. The first reports from British investigators come from 1898. Now this is a very important note because all of these discoveries, from the Indian forest ranger to T.G. and his long stuff, all took place during the colonialism of the British Raj, which lasted from 1858 to 1947. But like everywhere in the world that had people living there before the British discovered them, the oral history of this lake goes back much farther. And there are actually local legends about the skeletons at Rupkund Lake that are found in many of the surrounding villages and communities. We are going to get into those a little bit later. But before we do, let's talk about this forest ranger. The reason that this is attributed to being the primary discovery of the skeletons is because this discovery is the one that really drove research to the site. And the story goes a little something like this. A forest ranger by the name of H.K. Madhval was doing a hike up the side of the mountain on September 2nd, 1942. He was working at the Nanda Devi National Park and was on assignment to collect alpine wildflowers. His route would take him to the Unangali Pass, which is a remote notch in the Himalayan mountains. And despite it being September, it would have been freezing. Speaking of which, okay, yeah, we're down to 28 now. That's respectable, I'd say it's like mid-spring. At an elevation of 16,000 feet, he came to this small glacial lake just below the rocky spine of the mountain range. And as he skirted the almost fully frozen body of water, he noticed something. Staring up at him from the shattered chunks of diorite at his feet were the hollow eye sockets of a human skull.
Oh,
Digging through the snow,
hell
he found
no.
the remains of ribs, vertebrae, and limb bones all frozen to this rocky substrate. And slowly, the horror dawned on him that what he was looking at was much more than the remains of one unfortunate hiker. In a panic, he descended the mountain in order to report what he had found. But at the time, England and by proxy India were locked in the grips of World War II. And so this mystery remained buried in the snow for another 14 years before archaeological surveys were able to reapproach it. Multiple teams were assembled and sent to collect samples from the skeletons at Rupkund Lake, with 3 major ones being sent between September 4th and September 18th of 1956. But there are 3 primary research teams who are responsible for much of the early information that we have about this site. Those being a team from the Anthropological Survey of India, led by Dr. N. Dutta Majumdar, a team from Lucknow University, led by D.N. Majumdar. I don't know if they are the same person, but that one caught me as a little unusual. And Swami Pranavanada. And Swami Pranavanada. And Swami Pranavanada. Pranavanada. And Swami Pranavanada. Fuck! And Swami Pranavanada, a fellow of the Indian Institute of Science. When they made it to this now thawed body of water nestled in the Himalayan peaks, they were met with a nightmarish scene. The valley before them was littered with human bones, some still wrapped in tattered shreds of clothing and others clinging to strips of dried flesh and hair. The carnage before them was certainly not just the remains of a few hikers. Louis, you can't come in here. I had to go tell Louis he's not allowed in the studio. This place is not for baby. The carnage before them was certainly not the remains of just a lost group of hikers, but instead it was the scattered remains of several hundred. Estimates say that Rupkund Lake is home to the remains of between 300 and 800 individuals. The 3 teams were successful in retrieving artifacts and human remains for study. Among the tattered clothing, they found the remains of leather sandals, some broken pieces of wood, which some believe to have once been musical instruments, and a single isolated iron spearhead. Along with this, they also found luxury items, such as beads made of glass and seashells, as well as the broken remains of parasols made out of bamboo and birch bark. It was hard to piece much else together because many of the remains at the site were fully disarticulated, the archaeological word for scattered. So instead of finding full skeletons, it was more that the ground was just littered in miscellaneous bones. At this time, this was most likely due to the fact that this was an area that was prone to rock slides and avalanches. Being incredibly steep and alpine, this is a ever-shifting terrain. And so the team gathered pieces of bone, flesh, and clothing and returned to their labs to see if they could finally unlock this mystery. That actually reminds me, speaking of clothing, in the last episode of Awful Archaeology, which if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out, episode 7, finally out after a year and a half, I got a lot of comments of people saying that they really liked the hoodie I was wearing. And they were like, man, that's sick, where can I get that? And now I hate to be the bringer of bad news, but this is a limited one-of-one print that was made by my lovely girlfriend. This is a screen print actually that she did. This is the only hoodie that she's printed on. So this is, there is only one of these in existence. But her and I both saw how much you guys like the hoodies, and so we were talking, and I was like, do you want to actually put some of these to print? And so I'm very proud to say that we are going to be selling some of these hoodies. Not only does it help me and the channel out, but it also helps out an independent artist, so your money will actually be going right into the hands of the person that designed it. It also kind of works with my theme of making merch that doesn't just fucking suck. Like, it's not just some ugly thing with my name, you know, slapped across it. Like, it's actually a really lovely piece of art. So if you would like one of these hoodies, they are on sale now. Link is in the description. I cannot believe I transitioned to that from, yeah, they were found with tattered clothing and dried strips of flesh. Sorry, honey, your hoodie is beautiful. Thank you. Testing these artifacts would be crucial because even before testing, this site was surrounded with a lot of speculation. Oh yeah, we are down to 23 degrees. In the years leading up to the 1956 expeditions, there were a lot of theories about what 800 dead people were doing in a lake. Now, because India had had their asses dragged into World War II by the British, the initial concern was that the bones were the remains of a secret Japanese invasion force that had tried to cross over the Himalayan mountains to invade India and then all died. I don't think you need me to unpack how stupid that is. But in case you do, I'm gonna do it in just a couple minutes, I swear. But there were a couple other running, slightly more reasonable sounding theories. Firstly was that it was a trade caravan that had perished in the mountains on their way to the Silk Road. Secondly, a mass grave of plague victims. The mittens and trying to do numbers just doesn't work. Second video in a row with mittens. I wonder how long it's gonna take before I'm not wearing mittens in this studio. August. Thirdly, ritualistic suicide. That's a great band name, ritualistic suicide. Maybe we could also have that be a drag name. A little off color, but I don't know. Yeah, ritualistic suicide, long stuff. And fourthly, pilgrims who died on a pilgrimage route. So with the information I've given you so far, you can probably already start to piece together which of these seem probable and which of these seem diluted. So with these running theories, the teams returned to their labs to finally test the materials. At the time, radiocarbon dating was a brand new cutting-edge technology, only being pioneered in the mid-1940s. And it was actually used during this investigation to date the skeletons at the lake. The 1956 study concluded that the skeletons dated to about 800 CE. These dates have been refined with modern studies, but by and large, that is still a pretty accurate timeline. So this study proved that these unfortunate souls had perished in the mountains at some point in the 9th century. So this quickly ruled out the Japanese invasion force theory, as if a lack of guns and uniforms wasn't enough. Whoever came up with that theory must have been losing their absolute mind. Obviously, there's the logic of, you know, guns and uniforms not being present, but you're also 16,000 feet up in the Himalayas. That is like somebody dying in a meat locker. So if it was a Japanese invasion force that died in the last, like, I don't know, 3 to 5 years, I promise you that they probably wouldn't have been just scattered everywhere with their parasols. Anyway, that one was stupid, but we all know it's stupid. I don't need to explain that one any further. But what these studies didn't rule out was the caravan, the plague burial, the ritualistic suicide, and the pilgrimage, mostly because the site was just too chaotic to piece together. It was just a jumbled pile of bones. Even though it only told a little bit, this first study was crucial because it propelled Rupkund Lake into academia, where it could actually be researched by more professionals who could help unlock the story further. And it wasn't long before new studies turned up new information. Oh, we are at 23 degrees. I did say earlier that this has Celsius on it, and I could just read from there, didn't I? Subsequent studies at Rupkund Lake continued to turn up new pieces to this puzzle. So let me throw a couple more pieces at you. Firstly, it was found that the lake contained the remains of men, women, and children. Secondly, most of the bones showed absolutely no signs of trauma. Thirdly, there was kind of two populations that seemed to be present at the lake, one slightly taller and one slightly shorter. Fourthly, some of these skeletons had an indentation along the front of their skull. These likely have nothing to do with the individual's deaths and are rather an indentation left behind by a trump line, which is, you've probably seen it, you have a big pack on your back, and then you have a strap or a rope of some kind around your forehead. And if you do that year after year, it'll eventually leave an indent in your skull. So these are like probably the remains of Sherpas or guides or hikers who would accompany people up the mountain. And lastly, while none of the skeletons showed any signs of violence, several of them had evidence of blunt force trauma to the skull. So, with all these pieces in mind, why don't we reassess our theories? Let's talk about that trade caravan. Seemed a little bit possible at first, but it fell apart pretty quickly here. Women and children would likely not have accompanied a trade caravan, not to mention the fact that there were no evidence of trade goods found at the site, and on top of that, there was no evidence of the beasts of burden, you know, mules, horses, or anything like that. I saw somewhere in an article that they found the remains of a horse there, but I didn't find that in any of the academic papers, and even if they did, it wouldn't add any credibility to the trade caravan theory. And lastly, and probably most definitively, is this is a shit place for a trade caravan. There are no evidence of any trade caravans traveling through the middle of this part of the Himalayan mountains to get to the Silk Road. Did I say that they thought it was going to the Silk Road earlier? They thought it was going to the Silk Road. That's what they thought the trade caravan was. Okay, so what do we think about the plague victims? I'm kind of doubting it. I know that when I'm sick, I hardly have the energy to drag my ass out of bed to go take a piss, insofar as to climb 16,000 feet into the Himalayan mountains and die in a lake. Did I use that right? Insofar? If I didn't, I'm gonna look like a real idiot. That's a really long, pretentious word to use incorrectly. But you know what? I'm not even gonna Google it. I'm gonna just roll with it, and the comments can shred me for it. Furthermore, there were no records of, Jesus, okay. And there were no records of, you know, mass plagues or any sort of burial involving 800 people from this region. So there wasn't much historical evidence of it either. But the true answer to that wouldn't be unlocked until years later when we could analyze their bones. All right. right, so that brings us to ritualistic suicide. Everybody still in? This also seemed pretty unlikely. Again, there was only a single weapon found at the site in the form of an iron spearhead, and almost none of the skeletons showed any evidence of having met a violent end. Those of you that know this site, though, know that there were 6 skulls that were found with blunt force trauma to the head. Now, when I heard about this site, and I kind of thought I knew the way that this story ends, I thought all of them had blunt force trauma to the head. They only ever found 6 skulls with evidence of this, so keep that in mind. So that is fair. Perhaps the blunt force trauma to the head was the 9th century equivalent of the CIA award for outstanding journalism. Yeah, he walked off into the woods and bludgeoned himself 8 times in the head to death. We think it was suicide. So the ritualistic suicide option also didn't seem all that likely, which brings us to the final option. A pilgrimage route? Now this option made a lot of sense, because the lake is on a pilgrimage route. As luck would have it, Rupkund Lake is on a pilgrimage route in the honor of Nanda Devi. Mythology and local storytelling says that she lives at the top of Trisal Massif, which is a 3-peaked mountain in the Himalayas nearby, and that she resides at the top of that mountain with her husband Shiva. So the pilgrimage in her honor is one that takes place once every 12 years and is incredibly dangerous. For the sake of brevity, I had to cut out of my script the whole part where I talk about how difficult it is to get to this location. But it's a 5-day hike to this lake from the nearest town through an incredibly alpine Himalayan environment where the weather can change in an instant. Oh, it's also along an edge, like a knife edge, so, you know, really safe to do that. So what do the pilgrims do on this pilgrimage? Well, one of the things they do is they bring offerings with them, things like beads, and even to this day they bring umbrellas or parasols with them, although in modern times the images of it show them all carrying, you know, nylon colorful umbrellas, but back in the day they probably would have been taking umbrellas that were made out of bamboo and birch bark. So that means that the pilgrimage option seems really, really likely. In fact, it almost is hands down the best option, and that's great. We cracked the code there, but that only answers half the question, because we still don't know what killed them. And this is where archaeologists and anthropologists have to turn to local storytelling. Because, as you won't be surprised to know, the local people have been familiar with this place for hundreds of years. And there is even an oral record of it passed down in local legend and storytelling. The story goes like this. Oh, kind of leveling out there at 23 degrees. The story goes that Nanda Devi went to pay a visit to the king and queen of some distant land. And while she was there, they did something to upset her. They treated her poorly, they didn't treat her with reverence and respect, and so she got pretty pissed off. And so being, you know, a deity, she went all plagues of Egypt on them and just messed their life up a whole bunch. She made the crops wither, she made the milk spoil,
would ask what you're
made,
making, but you said you can't hear
infested
me.
with maggots. And so the king and queen were like, oh,
lunch.
damn,
Okay.
dude, kind of dropped the ball on that one. And so they decided, out of the goodness of their hearts, that they were going to try and do something to make amends with the goddess so that she would stop making all of their food go bad. And so they saddled the wagons, and this fun-loving king brought with him his jesters and his concubines and his minstrels, and they hiked off into the mountains towards the Trisal Massif in order to make amends with the goddess. Now, Nanda Devi could see from the top of the mountain that they were making an effort to come up to her, but they were bringing all of the worldly pleasures with them. And so as punishment for daring to bring, you know, booze and babes with him up the mountain, Nanda Devi smote them. She whipped up a furious blizzard that blinded them and forced them into the lake, where they were pelted to death by iron balls from the sky. And there their skeletons would remain as a warning to anyone else who would disrespect the goddess Nanda Devi. Wow, so that is a awesome story. It's like a Himalayan Aesop fable. Fuck around, you find out. So this story says that the cause of death is iron balls from the sky. And as a proud owner of a pair of iron balls myself, I think that that's a little bit unlikely. But as with every legend, there is always a shred of truth, which led anthropologists and archaeologists, and probably even you at home, to come to the same conclusion. The skeletons at Rupkund Lake were the remains of pilgrims who had been killed in a violent hailstorm. And there you have it. If you know this story and you came into this video having already known it, that's probably where it ends for you. You've seen someone else do a video on it, or you've seen a post about it online, or it just boiled down to a meme. And there you go, 800 people smote by hail in the mountains. And for years, that's exactly where the story ended. Yeah, okay. I think we've hit homeostasis. A homeostasis of 23 degrees. And do some fucking jumping jacks. Oh my god, there's snow in the fireplace. No shit. Really dirty, ashy snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. How long do you guys think it's gonna be before I sell out and make a Christmas album? Maybe I should make a Christmas album like before I have to sell out so I can just get it out of the way. Toys in every store. The modern investigations from 2019 to 2023 are the reason I was compelled to make this video. Because I was very familiar with this story, and I had even considered making a video about it back when I first started on YouTube and chose against it because I thought it was something that a lot of people already knew about. Instead, wanting to focus on things like Seahenge and cyberbullying. But these two recent papers add a treasure trove of new information that I think all of us should know about. So firstly, let's talk about the 2023 study because it's only a short note. No, like seriously, it is literally called a short note. Rupkund Lake Human Skeletal Remains, a short note on the signs of nutritional stress and anemia on the cranial and orbital surface by Barthwell et al. Yes, I did see the H-Bomber guy video and it was phenomenal. I fucking adore that man. So just so you guys know, all the links to everyone I stole from will be in an unorganized paste bin in the bottom of this video so that no one can ever question me. The 2023 study looked at 27 different skeletal samples that were recovered from Rupkund Lake between 2004 and 2007.
These fins are giving me so
another
much
interesting
trouble.
note is that this paper estimates that there are only about 200 individuals at the lake. Now, this could be due to better counting methods today, but it could also be due to something I'll talk about later, which is that this site is being rapidly destroyed. First and foremost, this study looked at the age dispersal of the skeletons at the lake. Of those 27 skeletons, it was found that there was one young adult who was between 20 and 35. The middle-age class was the largest distribution and showed that there were 10 individuals between 35 and 49, and the 50-plus category contained 6 individuals. Along with that, there were several whose ages were not able to be fully determined, such as 6 who were just categorized as adults, and 4 who were completely impossible to determine in the first place. Now, another interesting thing that this study did was determine the sex of the individuals at the lake. And this is a really beautiful study that I think all of you should keep and show next time you hear a turf on the internet say, oh, when they find your skeleton, they're gonna know that you were a man. Because with our cutting-edge modern technology of 2023, of the 27 skeletons found at Rupkund Lake, there were only to decisively determine the sexes of 2 of them. There was 1 confirmed male and 1 confirmed female. And then with that, there were 4 probable males and 5 probable females. And 16 individuals remained completely unidentified. So take that bone powder in your J.K. Rowling pipe and shove it up your ass. So this shows that there were an even distribution of biological males and females found at Rupkund Lake. Now, up until this study, even in the 2019 one that I'm about to go to, it was believed that most of them were all in good health. And that still seems to be the case. It wasn't, you know, a health problem that caused all of them to die together on this mountain. But this study found that many of the skeletons were suffering from anemia. By analyzing the porosity of the bone in their skulls, they were able to find that many of these people had some level of malnourishment, which could be from lack of sun, lack of iron, you know, anemia. So, interesting, worth noting. But now we gotta move on to the meat and potatoes of this thing. And that is a paper whose name pretty much gives it away, but my god, it's amazing. Ancient DNA from the skeletons of Rupkund Lake reveals Mediterranean migrants in India by Harney et al., published in 2019. Again, linking this paper below. I really suggest you read it for yourself and, you know, draw your own conclusions and appreciate the immense amount of research that went into doing this. So, this paper focused on doing genome-wide DNA sequencing for 38 skeletons from Rupkund Lake, and it found a treasure trove of information. Until this event, it was believed that all of these skeletons were the remains of a pilgrimage party that were killed in a single event in 800 CE. But again, only 6 of the skulls actually had evidence of being damaged by hail, so the cause of death was still only about half confirmed. This 2019 study also found the bones of everyone to be in mostly good health. Again, this was before the anemia study, but it ruled out the idea that they would have been a plague burial. They also found no relation between any of the skeletons that they found, which begins to diminish the idea that these were family groups. But by far the most groundbreaking piece of evidence that they found in this study was that this was not one group. Instead, the remains belonged to 3 distinct genetic groups that had perished in 2 separate events hundreds of years apart. The 3 groups were separated into Group A, B, And C, you goddamn, you learn fast. Group A was found to have South Asian descent. The paper defines this as being from places like India, Pakistan, and Nepal. But Group B was found to be part of a genetic group from West Eurasia. The paper defines this as being from Europe, the Near East, and Iran. And by looking at modern genetic groups, it was found that Group B most closely shares their DNA with modern populations of Greece and Crete. The paper clarifies that this doesn't mean that these individuals came from Crete, but rather that their ancestors and the people of Crete shared one genetic body. And Group C was represented by one single individual, who was found to be of East Asian descent, with a very close genetic match to the Malay people. But what's even more bizarre is that none of these groups share really any genetic material with any of the currently existing modern groups that live around this region, meaning that most of these people weren't locals. So with all this modern technology, they decided to use mass spectrometry to redate the bones, and they found that groups A and B had died about 1,000 years apart. The original sample that was tested in the 1950s was probably from one of the individuals in Group A, because it was found that the Group A individuals perished in around 7 to 900 CE. But Group B perished between 1700 and 1900 CE. So just like 200 to 400 years ago at most. And that one lone individual in Group C had perished in the same event that killed Group B, so he was with all of the Eurasian people. They also did femur bone collagen testing to figure out what their diet was. It blows my mind the shit we can do with modern technology. As you won't be surprised, they found that both groups had pretty distinct and separate diets. Group A showed signatures of either eating millet or eating animals that had been fed with millet. And Group B, as well as the little lone C guy who traveled with them, had more signatures of things like wheat, barley, and rice, or animals fed on wheat, barley, and rice. Now, the bone sample from femurs can test the last 10 to 20 years of diet, so this is a pretty broad span of what they had been eating for a prolonged period of time. So we kind of know that these were people from inland, at least for the last 10, 20 years of their lives. There's no evidence of eating fish or seafood. But we also know that they didn't all live nearby, and we know that their diets were different enough that they would have had to have come from different places inland to all die at this lake. So the mystery of Group A seems to be completely solved. A pilgrimage of people from all across the Indian region of the continent who came to this place, went to the mountains, and were pummeled by hail, the story of which was likely told by survivors and has persisted in oral memory for over 1,000 years. But Group B and the lone Group C that traveled with them is really unusual. They have Indo-Greek roots from the Mediterranean region, they were fed on inland foods, and they have no familial association with one another. At the time that this group would have lived, the region they hailed from would have been under the control of the Ottoman Empire, and we have no idea what they were doing at this tiny isolated lake in the middle of the Himalayas, thousands of miles from home. So far, anthropologists have turned up no local oral history of a group of foreigners perishing in these mountains, which seems like it would be a pretty memorable event. But as for what happened to them, I think it's pretty obvious. Probably met the end that you would expect. A group of people who were unprepared for the environment they were in and froze to death. I think that they were claimed by the same thing that claims hikers and climbers even to this day: attrition. We know that the weather in these mountains can change in an instant, and I think it's more than likely that this group was caught off guard by a massive snowstorm. Even in a warm month, the temperature can drop so suddenly that people can be caught completely unprepared. And I think that the most likely option is that this entire group froze to death together at the top of this mountain with no survivors to tell the story. The only thing that can make that story even more grim is whether or not they knew that just below their feet were the bones of several hundred people who met the same fate. But that's just guesswork. Freezing to death leaves no signature on the bones, and the remains are so scattered that we can't piece together any of the context of the site. At the time of this video, we were tantalizingly close to unlocking this mystery once and for all, but it seems to have only gotten more strange. It's pretty logical to think that these people would have died of attrition in the mountains. That doesn't really take an archaeologist to figure out. But the bigger question now is, why were they there? But unfortunately, our window to answer that question is closing rapidly, because as for archaeological survey of the site, time is running out. Driftwood Lake is a modern phenomenon. It has been covered by news outlets, published in papers, and has made its way into the psyche of pop science. And because of that, it has put this remote lake on a map. So in the modern day and age that we live in, where if you just have some money, you can kind of just do whatever the fuck you want, it has seen a huge amount of tourism. And it is this tourism that is actively destroying any hope that we will ever have of unlocking this mystery. Tourists and hikers who visit this lake will rearrange the bones in piles, which is why so many of the images I've been showing through this show the bones arranged in unnatural ways. Every bone moved is removing it from the context that an archaeologist would need to actually piece this story together. If a skeleton was found huddled under a rock, it could contain crucial information to unlocking this story, but the moment that a tourist goes, oh, look at that, and grabs it and rips it out to make a fucking sculpture out of it, it suddenly loses pretty much all of its meaning, and everything you can learn from it is gone. Not only are the bones being rearranged and scattered by tourists, but as I'm sure you also could have guessed, they are being stolen. It's easy for a tourist to hike up to this mountain and, see all these bones lying around and like, what's one gonna do? And then everybody says that. And before you know it, there's nothing left. This is the archaeological concept of context. I've talked about it on this channel before, and it is probably the most important principle in archaeology, that the moment that an artifact or human remains is removed from the place where it was naturally deposited, it loses about 90% of its informational value. And so the remoteness of this lake, combined with how rapidly it is being destroyed by tourists and hikers, mean that there is a very good chance that we will never know what happened here. And that's part of it. That's part of archaeology, is that it's the study of a topic of time, an idea that runs through your fingers like sand. And so maybe someday I will have another video to make. Maybe someday we'll finally unlock the mystery of who these people were and what they were doing in this remote mountain. But until then, this is all we know. And so this is where, my wonderful viewer, it is now your turn. I give you all this information and I link to you all these resources so that you can be the next detective to look at it, so that you can try and draw your own conclusions, so that you can apply your knowledge base to maybe be able to lend a little bit more light onto this story. If you have any theories or ideas, I would love to hear them in the comments, or you can shoot me an email. But from me, that's all I have to tell you. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching this video. It feels really good to finally be back doing YouTube and finally be doing it full time again. I have, the foreseeable future is me just doing this, and so I'm looking forward to actually getting a post schedule. The next video I'm going to be filming is episode 8 of Awful Archaeology. If you haven't caught 7 yet, go check it out. And as a reminder, if you want one of these awesome hoodies or a t-shirt or something, the link to this is going to be in the description. So we'll be supporting my lovely girlfriend, the artist herself, and you'll be supporting me and my channel. And one last note, I've done an overhaul of my Patreon. So now the big ticket item is offering early ad-free access to all my videos, but in the higher tiers, I now have a bulletin as well as a weekly video log, and finally a ultra early access where you get to see my videos before I do any of the post-production on them, containing clips, videos, and jokes and tangents that will never end up making it to the final print. So if you want to support me on Patreon, you can check that out, and everyone on my Patreon gets their name in the credits of these videos. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. My name is Milo Rossi. Remember to stay curious, stay inquisitive, and remember that it is 22 degrees. Oh, God.
Drew?
Hey, Danny.
What the hell are you doing here?
I was gonna watch your video.
The one that I'm about to film?
Yeah, I watch all your videos.
Alright, well, I mean, do you want to come down here and be in it?
No, that's alright.
Okay, well,
No biggie.
fine, that's okay. Too.
Okay, I'll do it.
What's up, Greg? Welcome back to my YouTube channel here on youtube.gov. I'm here today, as you can see, with a very special guest.
Can't wait to see who the special guest is. I'm just kidding, guys. Or Danny? Danny, the camera's over there. You don't want to look at the camera right there. No blinking. No blinking. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, I got a special guest here,
fuck?
Drew Gooden. Everybody say
like
hi.
this.
And I had kind of a fun idea to film for a video today. Today, we are going to be speed running conspiracy theory rabbit holes.
I don't want to look at a rabbit's hole.
Why are you doing this?
I don't want to look at a rabbit's hole. I want to look at a rabbit's dick.
Yeah. Well, I'll look at the hole if it's attached to the dick. But not any other. Are we washed?
Before Drew got here, I created a brand new Instagram account with no algorithm, and I also created a brand new YouTube account with no algorithm. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna type in a conspiracy theory into the search bar and see what reels Instagram gives us, see what videos YouTube gives us, and we're just gonna try to keep getting more and more crazy ones for that conspiracy until we reach maximum conspiracy, and then we'll be radicalized.
Yeah, that's kind of the goal today, is to get radicalized and kind of like have completely different beliefs after the video than we do right now.
So I think it'll be tough to know exactly when we've reached maximum conspiracy for each theory, but I'm thinking somewhere along the lines we'll feel like we're ready to assassinate a senator or something like that.
Yeah, usually at that point it's probably time. It's probably time to assassinate a senator.
That's usually how I know it's time to assassinate.
Yeah, once I want to.
Well, I guess the most basic conspiracy that we could start with is flat Earth.
To me, it's not even a conspiracy theory. Because if the Earth wasn't flat, I'd fall over.
Not fall off.
Fall over. Because of the slope. Have you ever tried to walk up a hill? And don't say that hills is proof that the Earth is curved.
No, every time I've walked up a hill, I fell over.
Exactly. So, what are we just going to search flat Earth? Or
Flat Earth. I guess it's kind of telling what the
fittest flat earther? If someone has a conspiracy theory, I will only believe them if they're in really good shape.
All right, we're just gonna search flat Earth. I guess we could go through some of these pictures, but really what I'm looking for is an Instagram reel. I see the craziest stuff on Instagram. Are you yawning already?
I'm so bored.
33rd degree Freemasons, who are also Satanists, provided us with the glow model to deceive and mislead us.
Oh.
Yeah, so the round Earth is like a prank by the 33rd degree Freemasons who are
also Satanists. Yeah. I like the first comment. I'd love to learn more facts around this. People think I'm wacko for suggesting the Earth could be flat. You are. Can you downvote on here?
You're saying he harmed an animal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that comment pissed me off so much. I'm gonna go kick my dog.
Yeah, it's his fault. What is the photo?
These are all different ancient civilizations, how they thought the Earth looked, which is all flat.
Oh, so it's sort of like this many people can't be wrong kind of thing. Yeah, even though they are all wrong. What's going on with the Australian? If you live in Australia and you watch my YouTube videos, stop.
They probably watch them backwards too, because everything's upside down.
Yeah, toilet flushes the wrong way.
When you poop the toilet, it just comes out.
I am so tired of it. I make a mess every time. So this is interesting. So Mars is like a hexagon?
How can we view Mars and the other planets as mere balls of dust or gas? I'm gonna start saying that about my own balls. How can you see these as mere balls of dust and gas?
Instead of what they really are.
Balls of skin and cum. If gas on Earth isn't significantly affected by gravity, how is it possible that Jupiter, supposedly a massive ball of gas, has a gravitational force 2.5 times smaller than Earth? It's all a lie. Space is fake. All right, they had me until space is fake. I know space is real.
I know space is real.
That's where God lives.
That's where God lives.
Wait. Space is fake. But even in their own picture, they say this is Mars. They know that Mars is real.
Then where is Mars?
Australia, maybe?
Oh. So Australia's not flat then.
So maybe the Earth is shaped like this, and we're here, Australia's here, and that's where Mars is.
Oh. When did you learn how to do that accent?
I just freestyled it.
That's crazy.
Is that what they sound like there? That's hilarious. Well, where the frick are the reels? I thought they were gonna be... shit, I don't know how Instagram works. Where's the videos? Maybe now that I've searched it, it's gonna be my reels.
Just a quick cut to that.
Checkmate, round earthers.
If the Earth was round, I'd be falling over.
Let's go on YouTube.
Yeah,
Maybe we should go on YouTube.
Yeah, I think the problem is that everyone's just so normal on Instagram. There aren't any like weird freaks. So I think we probably need to switch to YouTube because there's a lot more weird freaks on there. We would know.
We can speak. We can attest
We
to
can
that.
attest to that because there's at least 2 weird freaks on there with YouTube channels.
Our toes are interlocked right now. That's how weird we are.
Because they'd be like, oh, I'll fall down.
So we created this Instagram account or this YouTube account from scratch. The only thing that we've looked up on it so far is Drew looked up Justin Bieber slowed down 800 times.
It's beautiful.
And it's beautiful. And we also listened to Sneaker Night by Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah, that was also my idea. So the results might be a little bit skewed towards Vanessa Hudgens'
You probably
Sneaker
can't hear
Night.
it,
That's not like
but-
part of the conspiracy. That's my own mistake. I messed up.
But from here on out, we're not going to influence it anymore.
In any way at all.
Okay, now I'll search flat Earth.
Okay.
That's how Vanessa Hudgens radicalizes people.
So hold on. Yeah, okay, even the YouTube search is biased against flat Earth. It doesn't even like we're trying to view it objectively, but it's like, oh, flat Earther debunked.
Yeah.
Flat Earthers funny moments.
Flat Earth Dave.
It's like, let me find out who Dave is.
All right, we're gonna search flat Earth. You know, do you ever do something and you think to yourself, like, I'm probably the first person to ever do this?
Oh, yeah.
I have to imagine we're the first people to ever search flat Earth from the Sneaker Night watch page.
Like inspired by this song. That reminds me. I need to do my own research.
Oh, it's Phil from
Amazing Race.
All right, well, we gotta hear him out.
We gotta hear him out.
You'd think that with the beautiful photographs that we have of our round blue planet, it would convince any doubters.
Oh, he doesn't believe in the flat Earth either?
How do you get a job?
And he's seen more of the Earth than most people because he does the Amazing Race, so you'd think he'd have some common sense.
You'd think so. Well, hold on. Wait a minute. He works for CBS. Look up CBS's logo.
Mm-hmm.
Look up CBS's logo. No. Stop. You're getting distracted.
All right, look up CBS's logo.
It's Big Brother. See, you think that Big Brother is going to let you think independently? No, they're going to open your noggin up. They're going to fill it with all the thoughts they want you to have, and Phil is part of it.
But probably Jeff Probst isn't too, right? Yeah, we're free thinkers. YouTube Shorts. Maybe we should be looking at more shorts. All right, if you two could shut up for a second, I have an important announcement. Today, I want to help you guys out with your budgeting a little bit. You can budget your car payments better, your travel, your groceries. Does that sound /Danny, or use the link in the description to get started for free?
Flat Earthers, or some of them, believe that beyond the ice wall is this other world.
I feel like that outer world thing, I've heard of this, but I've only heard of it recently. I wonder if that's like a new lore that just dropped, because I thought that the ice shelf was supposed to be the end, and then they were like, no, not only that, we know about Acton.
And then there's another wall around here, and then Osiris is out on the outside.
Do you think the Flat Earth conventions are just people trying to one-up each other with the amount of knowledge they know about the outer ring?
Oh, you think this is the last ice wall? There's one more. Nope, there's actually 2 more.
There's actually 3 more, and at that one, it loops back around and you're here again.
That's more interesting than the Earth being flat, is that if you just keep going, well, that actually is just with the Earth. Is if you keep going along the Earth, you end up back where you started. So we kind of all believe the same thing. They just have more ice walls in their theory.
Talking about how there was this one man that went to Antarctica on his expedition back in the day, and I can't remember his name.
Expedition.
Can't remember his name.
Can't remember name.
Sneaker Night extended cut. Can't remember his name. It was probably Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens, Sneaker Night. Proof of Sneaker Night.
Internet famous flat earther has gone all the way to Antarctica to put his theory to the
And he
test.
proved himself wrong. They always prove themselves wrong. I want someone to prove himself right.
Just once, please.
Just once. I mean, that's the thing, though, is like the internet is so, it creates little bubbles for you. So if we did have an algorithm that was pro flat Earth, it would be littered with flat Earth videos, and we would be like, this all confirms what I already believe.
Where's that guy's mouth?
Yeah, if the Earth is round, where's that guy's mouth?
Well, gravity's still technically a theory. We know that there's an up and a down. As far as Coriolis, I was in the military and I've shot weapons and...
She's just threatening him.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, you're gonna believe what I believe because I have a lot of experience with guns and missiles.
As far as Coriolis, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
What kind of weapons, if you don't mind me asking? Like ICBMs?
Well, I'm wearing a vest with a bomb on it right now.
Okay. What will it take for you to detonate that?
If you say one thing that makes me question my beliefs, I'm gonna kill all of us.
Okay. And so how do you feel about sunsets?
They think that there's like these enormous
What is
structures. It ignores something that everyone knows. There's this enormous water table that's underneath the pyramid.
What's a water table?
It just means that there's like water, like a well of water. I think because of the Nile. Like, you know how when you're at the beach, if you're not at the water, but you dig a hole, there's water under there because you're close to the water. So the pyramids, if you dig below it, eventually you get to water. And so there couldn't possibly be like a big guy down there.
Oh, right, because he would have drowned?
Okay, next conspiracy, alien. What should we Google aliens-wise?
Aliens wise? Are aliens wise?
Aliens wise?
Yeah.
Are
like,
octopuses alien
A
creatures?
group of scientists that were speculating that octopi had come from somewhere else, and frozen eggs had actually come from somewhere else.
And the reason behind this theory is that octopuses are freaking weird.
It's like that. How could something like that exist on Earth? Because they look so fucking weird.
They must have come from some octopus-shaped planet.
And also, if the Earth is flat, how could there be? So hold on. Can you? I need silence.
Were you gonna say, can you call me back?
Can you call? I'll call you back later.
I've heard theories like this before about like some life coming from other planets. There's a theory that like all life comes from another planet. Like an asteroid had life on it and came from some other planet after like it got hit by a meteor, and then that came here, and that's how life started on Earth. And to me, that just feels so lazy. They're like, how did life start on this planet? It came from a different one, and that's all we need to figure out.
Right, but then because then it's like, well, how did it start on that planet?
An asteroid.
Oh, from a different planet? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well then
You heard it
follow-up
here,
question:
folks.
how did it start on that original planet?
We're aliens.
Like, where did it come from?
God drew
what?
God drew an asteroid that came from another planet.
The octopus is still extremely similar biologically to us. You look at an octopus cell under a microscope and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Right.
Yeah, but
Because
you know,
all
when you
cells
can tell the
kinda
difference
look-
when you fucking look at an octopus and a human.
We're not so different, you and I.
From each
If
of
I
them.
look at you like this,
I can't see shit. You might as well be an octopus up against my face.
Veteran describes strange alien encounter in Vietnam. I like that strange is in all caps. What if it just said, veteran describes pretty normal alien encounter in Vietnam?
They should have done veteran in all caps out of respect.
And we should probably stand for this out of respect.
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa!
Dude, it's not flat at all in here.
There in the shrubbery, coming out of it, are little gray entities about 4 foot tall.
That's how I'm trying to be. Oh, you're just deluded.
Till the day I die, I'll remember what the little entity said to me. And the way he said it, it was like Clifford.
He was like, I'll never forget what this little guy said to me and the way he said it.
Yeah, he said, and then he blew up.
He exploded.
I think he was asking for help.
I'll never forget that.
And the way he said it, it was like Clifford, you are not supposed to be here.
I mean, he's right. We weren't.
You normally don't carry your weapon on full automatic. I put it on full automatic and I started to fire, and I yelled out, VC, VC. And that was to alert the other troops that we were no longer alone, that there were a number of little guys there, I'll put it that way.
I'll put it that way. I'll put it away your brain can understand.
Little guys.
So the alien said, what are you doing here, Clifford?
And that's how I knew he wasn't from Earth. It was dark. There was a small guy in the bushes who asked me what I was doing here. Gotta be an alien.
Gotta kill the alien.
Gotta kill him. Oh, he already exploded. Job's done.
Said, even though we're at war, we don't put our weapons on full automatic. I did just for this guy and no one else, and I killed him. Also, is this guy's name Clifford, or did he?
His name's just Veteran, as far as I know. That could be why he's so confused, too.
Yeah, I'm not fucking Clifford!
You are not supposed to be here.
I feel like this illustration's doing a lot of heavy lifting in this story. He's just describing a pretty normal encounter, but then because of the illustration of aliens, it's like, man, they must have been aliens.
Yeah,
But
a little guy came out of the bushes. He looked like a regular Vietnamese man, and the picture is of like an octopus. So all of the comments believe him and are pissed. They're like, way to
Yeah.
go, Clifford. The little dudes were trying to bring about peace on Earth, and you blasted them.
Like, way to go, man. We almost had peace.
And you gave them a demonstration that we are a species not to be trusted or helped. Good job, Clifford. They're like, your story is 100% real and we hate you.
Well, and then this person's on his side. It's like he's been consistent about these events ever since they happened. Yeah, because that's how he remembers it. You can still be consistent about something that didn't happen.
Wasn't used to the ganja. Just imagine smoking this 35% THC they smoked back in 1980 when they smoked weed that had to be 6 to 8% THC. I am sure I would have seen some crazy shit. And let's go ahead and report him for animal abuse.
Plant abuse, because he's smoking the shit out of that ganja.
Ganja! Someone explains who are the gray aliens. Okay,
yeah.
well that'll be helpful because the last one was about the gray aliens. How exactly do you become an expert in that? Do you think it's Clifford again?
Yeah, well he definitely seemed to have a lot of expertise because he saw them with his own 2 eyes.
And he shot them with his own one gun.
Gray aliens are perhaps the most commonly encountered extraterrestrial species that we know, named for the coloration of their skin.
Oh, they're gray aliens because they're gray aliens.
That they've been hybridized multiple times, and we're seeing a lot of different types of features.
So there's a basic.
I can't get into them now, but we're seeing many types of
As this is only a YouTube short, I simply don't have time to go into great detail. Wait, my son got kidnapped by them when he was 9 years old. He was missing for a day. He told us that they have created us humans and need to create more humans in other planets and need his blood. I believe my son.
Let's click on this guy's profile.
Bullying his son.
My son played with them when they abducted him, and he confirmed that they acted like little children. And they said, Clifford, what are you doing here, Clifford?
Aliens think everyone's name is Clifford.
Oh, what up, Clifford?
Welcome back, Clifford.
I think every human they see is the same human that they just saw.
Good, you look very different today, Clifford.
What a strange planet only inhabited by one man named Clifford.
Who changes shape every day.
Don't shoot me again, Clifford.
Your bullets have no effect on my robot body.
But they have extreme effects on my feelings, Clifford.
It's the intention that hurts. As my son has mentioned when he was inside the ship.
As my son has mentioned countless times,
my son, who's an expert, 9 years old, got abducted. It's a computer-based reality which they created long ago, and many souls were kidnapped and then put inside these machine bodies, so they used what is known as spiritual necessity. You think this guy's ever done drugs?
No,
No,
he's too busy.
definitely
He's trying
not.
to get his son back from the aliens.
I believe him because they were in my house around 1997. Unfortunately, I panicked so badly they didn't speak. I regret it now. I might have gotten answers, but I couldn't believe what was happening, and I had 3 little girls asleep in the house. Two of mine and one of my best friend. Huh? Wait, I had 3 little girls in the house, 2 of mine and one of my best friend? I think his best friend was a little girl.
Yeah,
and he had
yeah.
2
My daughters were hanging out with my little girl best friend.
They have so much in common because they're the same age.
And when the aliens came in, I panicked
because I didn't want them to wake up. My best friend.
So yeah, I guess aliens, the little gray guys, must be very shy. Because if you panic a little bit, they're like, "Oh, sorry, Clifford. We'll come back later, Clifford.
We have to go now. We are gray." So now it's just these 2 talking to each other. Yeah. What did they visit you again? They told my son that they will come again, but they didn't come anymore. He saw a tall man with blonde hair.
Okay, wait, hold on. So the story is falling apart a little bit. He's like, yeah, he saw all aliens. And it's like, okay, well, there was one blonde guy.
One guy with blonde hair. And I guess some of the aliens they kind of looked like they had regular hair on their head.
They had regular Vietnamese hair, and they were just short little guys.
Speaking Vietnamese, I couldn't understand a word they were saying. It was like some sort of foreign language to me.
I shot him.
My bullets did have an effect on them. I'm writing this from jail.
Your son is wrong. At least mostly. I can confirm there was a tall blonde guy.
Wait, also report encountering tall, chalk white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, barefoot. Barefoot.
So he's saying that people who were abducted by the gray aliens often report the presence of a Drew-like entity as well.
Yeah, and that is how they refer me as the Shining One. And they do not blink. But I don't know, I blink.
What was it that you said to me when I started recording this video?
No blinking, it's disrespectful. No blinking, it's disrespectful. I have to go. Found out. I never should have agreed to do a conspiracy video with you. It was only a matter of time.
Yeah. Channeling Bashar has definitely changed my life in profound ways. Now, again, not everyone has to believe that Bashar is real.
That's good.
Yeah, that really works out for him, whether you believe me or not.
That's the great thing about being crazy, is that you can believe whatever you want, and even if other people don't believe it.
Even if it makes no sense, it doesn't matter to you.
So he delivers information, which he sometimes calls an instruction manual or the formula. And when people follow it as precisely as possible, with an open mind.
That's such a great caveat to say that if they follow it closely with an open mind, then it will work. Because if it doesn't work for someone, he would just say, well, your mind just wasn't open enough. You clearly had some reservations about it, and that's the only reason it didn't work.
And Bashar could tell.
Yeah, he's very skeptical with people. How to channel
Bashar. So it looks like there's only one person in the world who even thinks
but he
Bashar
has
is
two
real.
shirts.
He has one shirt, but it changes colors when he channels Bashar. Would we go insane if we saw a video of Bashar?
That's a great question.
I was wondering if we would go insane if we saw a video of you.
Of you?
Oh, he's channeling Bashar. So I think Bashar is speaking through him.
It depends on the mechanism used to capture the image.
I mean, I have to imagine that there is some pre-existing lore about Bashar that if you were to see his face, you would go insane, and that's why he has to be channeled through people.
Right.
And so that's why she's asking this question. I like to imagine that she just came up with this out of nowhere off the top of her head.
Hey, I really love everything you're preaching here today. I just want to know, like, would someone go fucking crazy if they saw Bashar in real life?
And he's just like,
it
no.
depends. It depends on if they have an open mind or not. Also,
Jesus fucking Christ.
BasharStore.com.
Yeah, that's where you can buy Bashar.
Okay. I didn't think that this guy was like grifting at all before, but now I'm a little more. Oh.
Do you want to go back to 2011? How about 2003?
How about 2000 through 2003?
Art.
RSVP take Bashar.
Yeah, the session looks like it's taking place about a month after September 11th.
Unrelated.
So I have to stream him
I'm
channeling
trying to
Bashar. I
stream,
feel like I should be able to
art
channel
fights.
Bashar myself.
No, I think you're gonna need to do it through a Bashar expert. I definitely feel like he needs
about 500 grand.
Yeah. Do you
If you're
think?
hungry, this kid's gonna eat all the pizza. No, you ate
While
Pop-Tart.
your video technology
Yeah.
may be capable
I'm eating all
of
the
apps,
I'm eating all the Cinesticks.
My eyes roll back in my head. It's just coming from my mouth.
While your video technology.
Oh my god. Donate $5 billion.
Yeah, they're the same person, and they like in the both descriptions they're like, this guy is this one's best friend, and this one's
certain
yeah, which is why I'm
beings, it couldn't
attacking both of
capture
them at
us.
the same time.
You would not see nothing but static.
So it's not even that you would go insane if you saw it. You just wouldn't be able to see it.
I think his answer changed as he answered.
This
he
is
was
my
like,
sister.
well, maybe
This
it
is my
depends
brother.
if you use film or digital. Because film, you wouldn't be able to capture me, and digital, you wouldn't be able to capture me.
Yeah, and if you
Love
were
his
using like an
eyes.
iPhone, then it would just be static.
They're just
It'd just
big.
be a
There's
static
nothing wrong
image
with it.
of Bashar where you'd be flipping you off.
Oh my god.
Asshole.
Another type of recording? Maybe.
There's no longer a
Maybe not.
finger
Depends.
Depends on what. Oh man, how much money do you think these people paid
Yeah.
to go?
I have
ask
not
this guy
written in it
questions?
in a
As
while.
much money
Where?
as Bashar wanted, man. Alright, well, we can move on to
yeah?
conspiracy at this point. What do you think?
Wait, I gotta
That's
channel
what
Bashar.
all eyes look like.
He's just flipping me off.
Oh my god.
Oh, he says I can watch.
No, turn off
But don't look at him or he'll go insane.
Okay, one sec.
God damn it.
I'm getting a call
That's
from
why I
Bashar.
can't have nice things.
Don't. No, he's FaceTiming you. Don't answer.
Drew, have you ever heard of dowsing?
Oh, is that what Mormons do instead of sex? That's soaking. No, what's dowsing?
Dowsing involves 2 rods, which Mormons are not allowed to do.
Not even after marriage.
No rods.
No
2
rods.
rods.
One rod, one hole. Never 2 rods, never 2 holes.
I'm not exactly sure how it works, but you hold these 2 rods like she's doing here, and it's gonna
Like ask questions
Yeah.
and get answers for her.
Yeah.
Do you have those rods?
Yeah. Hold that and hold. Close your eyes and hold this. Okay, let's watch this just so you can see.
Okay, we'll watch it.
Government planning to use Project Bluebeam to fake an alien or spiritual event. So, thank you.
Right off the bat, I like how much lore is required to even understand her first question.
Well, yeah, the first thing was, is the government going to use
Project Bluebeam?
And I don't know what that is.
To create a fake spiritual or alien event.
I don't know what that is.
Well, the answer was no, so you don't have to worry.
Okay, good. That's a relief. It's a lot of research I don't have to do.
Does the human work best without any clothes? No answer.
What does she mean work best? Like it's a product she just bought from the store. Is this human gonna work if I put clothes on it?
How do I get this human to do what I want it to do? Do I take its clothes off first?
My human don't work because it's wearing clothes?
Yeah, yeah. I had nothing to add to that, sorry.
Does space have wormholes? Yes, thank you.
I'm curious who is providing the answers. Maybe she's
Why would it not
connecting
have
with some kind of
wormholes?
spirit or a alien, maybe?
Yeah, who is she asking ultimately? It's not aliens, it's just the
Well,
rods.
so Reiki, energy work, and spirituality. So is she connecting with a ghost, like a spirit?
Oh.
How the fuck would they know if there's wormholes in space?
Well, because they died.
And they went?
When you're dead, you know that when you're dead, you find out. Okay, so she's holding the rods. She's communicating with ghosts. The ghosts are just sort of like coming up and going this way, or they poking it the other way.
Yeah, sometimes they actually go like, yes.
Yes, humans do work better naked.
Plot twist, she is being answered by her own subconscious mind. Man, that would be a crazy twist.
That would be crazy if she was actually just kind of like making this shit up. That's the last thing I'd expect. Does she sell the rods, or is she like that other guy where like only you can't use the rods, only I can. You can't communicate with Bashar, only that guy can.
Yeah, sure, you can hold the rods, they're not gonna work.
They're not gonna answer your question. So when she posted this over a year ago, it was already on sale to $14. Now $11.
Jesus.
They just keep getting cheaper. Wait, 99.9% copper. What's the other? What do you think the rest is?
Bashar.
0.1% Bashar dowsing rod. For ghost hunting tools, divining water, treasure, buried items, etc.
Oh yeah, I've seen these used for ghost hunting and like finding things. So you go like, oh, is the treasure this way? And the rods go.
Are they magnets?
I don't know. Go on YouTube and search like treasure hunting with dowsing rods.
So would you just follow them, or they're saying yes, no, yes, no?
Oh, X marks the spot. Gotta dig. Pans out and he's in a graveyard.
There's treasure everywhere.
I just don't understand who he's contacting. Is there a ghost whose job it is to help you find treasure?
A greedy
No,
ghost
it's the
who wants you to finish
vibe.
the
It's the
job.
Guys, if you don't think dowsing rods is real, when I die, my unfinished business is going to be helping people find treasure. So if dowsing rods don't work now, they will in about 2 months.
2 months?
This is how you program your dowsing rods.
Program? Help me find treasure. Help me find treasure.
Kill Danny. Kill Danny.
How would they kill?
They would go, it spins so fast they slice your head off. Hey, you don't want to fuck with dowsing rods, man. Especially not the ones I just told to kill you. It's important clarification. It's not the rods that answer, it's the spirits you communicate with. The rods don't know shit.
Yeah.
The rods are merely a vessel to communicate what the spirits have told them.
You could really just hold your fingers like this. You don't need to buy those stupid rods.
Okay. Spirits. Am I in love with Danny? Oh,
Spirits. Kill Drew.
Everyone's yes and no is going to be different, so you should ask your rods to show you a yes.
Can you show me a yes? A dead bird falls from the sky.
Thank you.
So it has nothing to do with. Okay, I can put those down. Dowsing twig. Oh, you can use just a dowsing twig, according to Wikipedia.
Oh, could we make one ourselves? As long as it's L-shaped. You got anything L-shaped in here?
No. Only W's in here.
Chat, spam W in the chat.
Chat, spam W in the chat.
Spam W in the chat.
I'm recording another video over here. Just chat, spam W in the chat.
Spam. Yo, you been live streaming this?
Yep.
At twitch.com/Danny.
Chat, kill Drew.
No, chat. Keep Drew alive.
All right, let me see if I got anything L-shaped in here. No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's too bad.
The fuck is that?
Are you still Danny, or are you some screams from the crowd?
It is me, Bashar.
I have to film you. It's just static. A static image of Bashar flipping me off. And his dick's out, too.
Hey!
Classic Bashar.
You know what they say, if you see Bashar, you go insane. If you see his dick, you suck it. You go suck it.
That's what they say. If you see Bashar's dick, you go suck it.
That's what he said in the video.
Oh yeah, no, I saw. It was on the YouTube short.
He said, yeah, it depends on the type of video technique, and if you see his dick, you go suck it. That's it. Just how to chug a pint of any liquid in a second.
What?
You can drink anything in one ginormous sip.
Ew.
Do not do this.
I said, if you guys live in this private jet for 100 days, I'll let you keep it. It's a really nice.
If you guys can survive this video of Bashar, I will give you $5 billion.
Well, just a warning. If you see his dick, you go suck it.
You scared of Pepsi? We're gonna get this in the glass.
Wait, how did we get in chugging content? We watched several dowsing rod shorts, and then it recommended a chugging video, and then was like, oh, you like chugging videos? Sure. The lack of videos saying these conspiracies are real on YouTube really makes me feel like you gotta be so dumb to fall for them, because like they don't even show up. Like YouTube is actively trying to hide them from
you. Have to be like, no, I'm certain this is real, and you have to be so convicted in that for the YouTube to finally be like, all right. But some people just fall down those rabbit holes.
Guys, it's time to go big boy.
All right.
Ew.
Well, I think we've gone through a decent amount of conspiracies. Flat Earth,
aliens,
housing.
Bashar.
Bashar.
And all the other ones.
And all the other ones. Etc.
Etc. Oh, don't get me started on etc.
Yeah, she was a wild thing. So, do you think that you've learned anything today? I mean, do you think that you... Okay. See you guys next time.
I recreated every single step from Squid Game.
Curtis? Hello.
Hey.
You're probably wondering why I've called you here, aren't you?
You said you wanted to make a video.
Well, yeah, but that's only half the reason that I called you here. That's right. The other half is that, honestly, Curtis, I'm worried about you. I don't know if you've seen lately, but it's getting pretty dangerous out there. The world is a dangerous place. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a plane just flew into that building.
Oh my God.
Right on cue.
Did you do that?
Exhibit A. No. Look, crime rates going up through the roof. Murder. Death. Did you know every person dies now? Point is, Curtis, there's people out there who are trying to hurt you. They're trying to kill you, Curtis.
Me?
Yes, you specifically.
What'd I do?
You're just, I don't know, how do I say this? Has anyone ever told you that you're an easy target before?
Huh?
See, yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Curtis. The headphones, the texting, the hands in your pockets. If I started attacking you right now, you wouldn't even be able to defend yourself, man. Your hands are all busy. Not to mention, you're not even wearing shoes. Good luck running away.
I was being polite.
There's nothing polite about getting murdered, Curtis.
Attack me, see what happens.
How's that? What the fuck? Exactly, like I said.
How?
It's not all bad, all right? I have found a YouTube account that specializes in self-defense advice just for people like you. For easy targets.
Okay, so you're gonna teach me how to not be such an easy target.
Not only that, Curtis, I'm gonna teach you how to defend yourself from everyday life situations that we all encounter.
Like another plane crash that you just
Like another getting mugged, getting stabbed. You're getting out of your car and some guy runs up behind you and just starts punching you in the back of the head.
Yeah.
This happens to you all the time.
Yes, yeah, just all of those happened this morning.
But today, we're gonna fight back. That hurt? Come on, you could not have just hurt yourself like that.
Why'd you do that to me?
You did that.
How could you? We were friends, man.
This is worse than I thought.
I'm a lost cause.
Let's get into the video. So this is the self-defense guy we're gonna be watching. His name is Self-Defense Goat.
Damn. Okay.
No one's ever hurt him.
He has a lot of enemies, I guess, though. Seems like
Yeah,
people
that's
are always
true.
Trying. I think he's just an idiot, putting himself in really dangerous situations all the time.
Well, let's see what happens if this guy pulls a yellow gun on you.
Give me your money.
Yo, man, yo, take it.
Yo, man, yo.
Yo, man, yo.
If someone pulls a gun on you, yo.
Take it. Here. I got nothing else. I got no phone, I got nothing. I got family, man. You gave him everything. He still got that gun pointed at you.
See, that line makes it sound like they know each other,
Right.
and they've been like friends for so long. You helped him move, you helped him get through a tough breakup.
You've given him everything you got,
And
man.
he still wants to shoot you in the head.
When he was at his lowest, you were there. If I was his family, I'd be pretty upset because he was like, I got nothing. I got family, but
that is crazy. Also, the way he says, take it. It sounds like he's mugging him now. He pulls a gun, take it, take all of it.
Okay. Who's doing the mugging here?
Your goal is to get as close to the weapon as possible. Ideally, he's even pointing at your head, trying to scare you.
Sorry. Ideally, he's pointing a gun at your head.
Maybe it's easier to grab it when it's, as far away from your hands as possible. Up here.
Yeah. Maybe you like bite it.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's about to do. Maybe it's because getting mugged is so scary that he just wants to be put out of his misery as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I want this to be done immediately.
Ideally, you're facing the other way, looking out at a beautiful sunset, and he's got the gun pressed right up against the back of your skull.
Taking one final breath.
So I'm going to turn out of the way, 2 hands on the weapon right away, pull it into your chest.
No, my fucking god.
Take the power out of his hands.
Yeah. Just get out of the way, back, pull it into your chest. He said rip it off. He rips off his hand.
Bless you, thank you.
His tutorial is like how to stop a mugger is just talk to an imaginary cameraman and be like, no, this is what would happen if you're mugging someone. 'Cause I feel like that would kind of mess with their head.
Yeah, wait, pretend to be mugging me right now.
Okay. Give me your fucking money right now.
I gave him everything.
Smash, tap, rack, and go if need be.
Yeah,
Were
so,
those
I mean,
even
that's pretty much
words?
just the classic smash tack rap.
Smash tack rap, go if need be.
I guess that's his like YouTube ad friendly way of saying then shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
And if need be,
go.
Jesus.
What are you in jail for?
Excuse me.
I goed.
I went.
Yeah.
This one is going to be really important for you because this is how not to be an easy target, okay?
Okay.
You got your no shoes on, you had your headphones on, hands in pockets. You're about to see just how dangerous
8 out of 10.
that is.
Really?
Okay, wow.
Honestly, I would give that a 4. Why am I stabbing in the ass?
What was that sound?
I don't know. I think it was the guy screaming. Wouldn't it be crazy if that was the whole video?
Well, look at Mr. Karate Kid. It is a pretty sweet hoodie, though. Look how easy he's gonna be to murder and take his phone.
What the
Sunglasses
fuck?
on, huge headphones, hoodie I could just rip him down with. Oh, you're mine, buddy.
Okay, well, he didn't even do it though. He's just talking. He's just imagining it.
Oh, you're mine, buddy.
Nice step,
He's
but
already
your
gone.
right could have been longer.
I'm gonna enjoy this one.
All right. Yeah. It's
Thank you for the critique.
Wait,
I'll
where'd he
take that
go?
under consideration.
Nighttime all of a sudden.
He's saying that out loud.
That must be in his head.
Okay.
Now let's find out how to not be an easy target.
Oh, look at Denim Dan. This guy's gonna be.
Why
an
is he
easy
walking
target.
like
Well,
that?
maybe
He's
not.
so
Got kind
awkward.
of this desk there. He's walking pretty confident.
So the caption says desk stare, but I think he's saying death stare.
Desk there.
Oh. He's
got kind of
he's got kind of this desk. He's got like a desk strapped to his.
I feel like that gaming. I guess it's a pretty.
What is
hard
that
target,
emoji
a big
supposed to
desk
be?
In the way,
Yeah,
but
he's clearly cracked at Fortnite.
This desk there. He's walking pretty confident.
Yeah, he also says he's walking pretty confidently as this guy is like.
yeah, he's so scared. How are you supposed to like other people walking down the street like? This guy's easy to fucking
He's
kill.
only got one earbud in. Jacket versus hoodie.
It's my favorite Mr. Beast
Whoever
video,
goes
jacket
outside
versus
with
hoodie.
both
It's your lucky
earbuds
day,
in.
Denim Dan. It's your lucky day.
Wait, he did say that.
Dan, it's your lucky day.
Okay, well that actually
I don't
does
know,
make
I
him
think
seem
it's
more
swag,
crazy.
though.
Yeah, I'd be so terrified
What's
if I
swag?
was walking by someone and was like, this guy would be
You
easy to kill
do?
and steal his phone.
How can you
Wait,
go outside
maybe not.
in public
He's
with
got a
both
confident
earphones in?
walk.
You always have to have
Yeah,
one
yeah,
out.
if you wanted to.
Yeah, I guess I should have been wearing denim for this video.
Yeah.
Jean jacket,
Like
jean
2 mile
hat,
runs.
jean hat, jean wild.
I guess,
Jean
but like,
Wilder
what if?
jean.
No, that's so dangerous.
Hang on a second, guys, because I've got a self-defense technique of my own. Today's sponsor, ExpressVPN.
Oh my
Guys,
God.
using the internet without ExpressVPN is like walking around a park with
I use my
flip-flops and
eyes?
headphones. It makes
Well,
you
no
an easy
shit. It's
target.
not like
Did you know
I'm
your internet
putting
service provider
both
can legally collect
earbuds
data
in
about every single
and
website
then
you go to and then sell
closing
that
my eyes
information to
also.
advertisers? Luckily, when you use ExpressVPN, it becomes like your armor. Now, this is an instant that people actually do encounter somewhat often as road rage.
Yeah, people get that a lot from me.
So what kind of stuff do you do? Just sort of like tailgating people?
Yeah,
I don't know. I just
have
can't remember the last
usually
time I
probably
had like
4 or
both
6
earbuds in.
full cartons of eggs in my car at all times.
Oh, you just throw eggs?
And I just
You're
gotta-
Spider-Man.
egg
You got
people on
Spidey
people
sets.
I egg them on. Quite literally.
I think the last time I did it was like when I was little and I had my dad next to me. Oh my fucking
When it
god!
comes to self-defense.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah, the rest of this video is from heaven.
I'm Batman.
He's just like an angel.
So what's crazy about this road rage incident is this guy cuts him off. He didn't even have to stop.
Gross, I don't know why I auto-corrected the emote. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I just ignored it.
I feel like this
You're
person
welcome.
should be the one who got out to shoot him because he got cut off.
Right, yeah.
The other guy cut him off so bad that he had to kill him. It's like
No one can know about this.
You
Yeah.
almost caused the accident, right? But what did I do? I honked the horn. I fingered him.
Fingered him?
I missed that part of the video.
Yeah, when did that happen? Yo, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you were fucked up for that, actually. That was super weird. He fingered... What does that mean? Oh, like...
You gotta check your ego, man. Don't finger him. Don't him
Don't make that guy sing, man.
Even though I wasn't technically in the wrong.
Okay, wait, hold on. Did you notice that in the video he had like his wife or girlfriend in the car next to him? And she
No.
also got shot? Okay, yeah, so see, there's someone in the passenger seat here.
Yeah.
But then as he's talking to the camera...
Check your ego. Even though I wasn't technically in the wrong.
is she still dead?
This was a real death that happened.
Yeah, he's like, luckily I did survive
Aw,
this incident.
man.
She did not. Don't worry, the paramedics are on their way. I just
Name
wanted
a
to
Mexican food that rhymes,
Luckily,
that
he's
ends
a
with
very
Ito.
bad shot. Every bullet hit my
Dorito.
wife.
Great
I
answer,
escalated
nephew.
the situation. He felt like he was threatened.
Felt like he was threatened. He was in his own car.
Yeah, he was fine.
That psycho's trying to kill me! I'm gonna kill his wife. Felt like he was threatened, and now I'm dead. Okay, yeah, he is dead.
Yeah, he's dead. They're confirmed. That is canon.
And looking at his account, yeah, this is the last video he ever posted.
That's not having a self-defense mindset. Be smart. Stay safe out there. Check your ego.
Oh my God! Wait, but he checked his ego. Why is he still getting shot?
I guess he didn't check. I guess that guy didn't check his ego.
Yeah, it's like, come back here and finger me. Finger me, are you? So there's don't be an easy target.
Yeah.
But also maintain a self-defense mindset. And I do appreciate that. It's like, try not to get into the situation where you need to be defending yourself in the first place.
Right.
I think we can all agree that's probably the best self-defense tactic you have available. Belt versus knife self-defense.
Yo, give me your money. Stay back, man. Stay back. Yo, is that a knife, bro?
Is that a knife, bro?
Do you know how to use your belt for self-defense?
Do you? Yeah. It took you like 20 seconds to take off your belt. I don't know if you noticed there, but he had some good tactics to stall the guy. He said, yo, is that a knife? Like he was going to be interested in what kind of knife it was.
Yeah, yo, is that my favorite knife you have?
Is that a
Who
Swiss
tries to
Army knife?
mug anyone
Cool,
with a
man.
knife in
Hold
America?
on 1 second. I gotta jerk off this knife. Just kidding. Also, he must have a really big belt buckle. Like how brutally this guy gets hit is actually pretty crazy. Just wanted to show you my knife.
Yeah, I was trying to sell this knife to you. That's why I said, give me your money.
Damn, look at that wide stance for this dude. That's crazy. He's doing the splits.
Some fucking psycho.
You mess with the wrong guy.
Here's how you defend yourself against a knife.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude. Oh, please do.
That's what the
Drawing a
mugger
baddie with
says when
scary teeth.
you pull out your belt. Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Back, he was that a knife, bro. Oh,
my God,
dude.
stop.
Oh, dude. These are really good captions.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's not my character, obviously.
I like
but,
that they like to start their videos.
Did I ever tell you about ArtFight?
Brutally
I feel like I've been
murdered.
telling everyone about ArtFight.
Audience, retention, right? I feel like from now on we should just start our videos with killing someone, like right in the first frame.
Sharp
We just
teeth
have
always creep me out.
Some
What?
poor bastard. Maybe a
I
scar
want
goes down
sharp
his face
teeth.
covered in eggs. You know.
No, you haven't. Tell me.
And I go, I start my video. I'm like, hey guys.
First time. Okay, ArtFight is this year-round thing. Have you ever heard of like Inktober, Mermay, shit like that? Each month, each month has like their own like little drawing challenge. It's kind of like that. So the community has come together. So every month of July, every year, there is this thing called ArtFight. And they come out with 2 teams. This year, it's Team Fossil against Team Crystal. You pick a team, whichever one you think is cooler, and everyone posts their own characters on their profile. And when ArtFight starts, you attack, I'm putting air quotes on that, you attack someone else by drawing their characters that they have on their profile. And then after you're done with the art and you post it as an attack, depending on like how detailed the art is, how many characters are in it, the website will calculate how many points that is and then put it into like your team. And at the end of the month, whoever has more points will win. So right now, hold on, let me see. Right now, Crystals, which is the superior team that I'm on, is losing by like 1%. Not even 1%. Losing by like a fraction. But it's like a comparing competition. Not really. Like, let me see. Okay, so just to go to my account. This is my account. I'm Team Crystal. That's what I chose. And these are my main characters. Like, I drew them, I created them, and I post them here for other people to see. And people who have attacked me will draw my characters for points for their team. And then I will go to other people's accounts to see their characters and attack theirs for points for my team. Get it? And right now I am attacking Bunnick's Furs, whatever the fuck, by drawing their 2 characters. So at the end of this, I'm gonna submit it. The website's gonna tell me how many points it's worth, and then that'll add up to my team's score. And last year, they have like different teams every year, and it's really fun. Last year, I think it was Seafoam and Starlight. Who does the points? It's the website. Like the finish your thought? Last year they did Seafoam and Starlight. The year before that it was Vampire versus Werewolf. And then the year before that, which was my first year of ArtFight, it was Bloom and Decay. So that was fun. The website itself calculates the points. Like, if I go to attack, I'm gonna go submit attack. I title it, I put the character's username, or the username for the character, full body, and then right here, it's like rating. So drawing, 3D modeling, craft, rough sketch, clean sketch, lined, lineless, uncolored. So I fill all these out. Unshaded, minimal shading, fully shaded, no simple photo background, pattern abstract, props, scene, polish or animated, shit like that. And then once I submit it, based on this, it'll be like, oh, then it's worth this many points, you know? It's really fun. I look forward to it every year. This one. But yeah. A lot of choices, I assume? Yeah. Literally, I just, oh yeah. So, characters. I literally just choose whichever ones I want to draw. Like, if I think it looks cool and I'm like, ooh, I want to draw this, then I'd bookmark it and save it for later. We have the entire month, so, you know, it's infinite drawing ideas, yeah. Before ArtFight, I like to browse characters and bookmark them before it even starts. But the thing is that a lot of the people that I bookmarked are on my team. So I've done only friendly fires right now. So I had to like go back and pick characters from the other team, so I'm not constantly doing friendly fires. Because while they're okay, they're only worth 75% of an actual attack. So it's not worth as many points as it would have been, but it's still worth points. And I'm more worried about me having the motivation to draw a character that I like than drawing the opposite team's characters, you know? It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. No cheating is why it's less? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I have a lot to choose from. At least this way, if I'm drawing both characters, I'm pretty sure if I'm drawing 2, it'll be worth more. I don't know. It does sound like fun. Oh yeah, it's so fucking fun. I'm really competitive. So 2 of my friends have picked the opposite team that I was on. So so I've been like really into like art fight started, bitches. Fossils are going down. Fuck fossils. Nobody likes you. Like, I've been really into it. And it's fun because the way you attack is literally making fan art of your characters. And the amount of like positive feedback I get is awesome. Are you back in Pearland? No. I'm still in Louisiana. I still haven't whatchamacallit, graduated yet. I'm graduating this week. And then I'll be back. Come back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Moving's gonna be a bitch though.
The guy in the
Hit me
headlock
up?
is
Hell
like,
yeah.
I gave him everything. Folks. Yeah.
I can move
Somebody pins
for
you against
free.
the fence and stabs the shit out of you.
Okay, but would you? Oh wait, no,
firmly
I was about to
believe
say.
there's nothing you
Would
can
you
do.
come to
No.
Louisiana
I mean,
to
there's
come and
definitely
move?
things
But you don't
to
gotta do that.
to
You meant like once I
avoid
get
getting
back.
here in the first place, but when you're here, There's nothing you can do. yeah. Ow. You're dead, man.
Fence and stabs the shit out of you.
He says it in a way that has like that relatable moment when
I would if
someone
Mom
pins you
could take
against
me.
the fence and stabs the shit out of you. We've been there, man.
Maybe. Would your parents even let you go?
If I can
That's a
get my forearm
like
here, great, but he
damn near
counters
4-hour
that by
drive
pushing
here.
me away. If he pushes me away, this is my new threat.
Okay, hold on. And I don't know if I'll have enough tickets. Cause okay, the school gave us 10 tickets for each person, for each student to bring. Oh, flying? What? No flying. What are you talking about? Of driving. Everyone's driving here. How do you think I've been getting back and forth from Texas to Louisiana? Not by flight. Or you mean tickets for graduation? Tickets for graduation! Like, tickets for, I'm slow? Yes, you are. Glad you noticed. But yeah. But the thing is like, I can have more than 10 people, but I have to ask other people who are, like, my friend, they're only using 4 of their tickets, so they're gonna have spares, so I'm taking theirs. So instead, I'll have, like, 14, 15, I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's honestly not gonna be that much. Dude, there is 20 people max in my class. In my class alone. Be cool though to be there. You have Mama's number. You can text her, be like, hey. I'm gonna see for real how many tickets I have and how many of my family is going. Yeah. And I'll see if I have enough tickets. If not, then I could always ask my other classmates if they have spares. Yeah, sure. Road trip. Jesus. Mom's gonna come early. Just to help me like get ready for graduation like a day before. And I think one of my uncles is coming early for a day before for that too. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. God damn it.
crazy if in this hypothetical situation, it's like now very controlled, he still gets stabbed to death? He's like, and I'm trying to get his knife, but he just keeps getting me. I put my forearm, he counters. God, this guy's good. This guy is the self-offense goat.
I'm moving that out of the way.
Now his butt's to me, and I finger him.
In the States, shoot him. If you're in Canada, run. He's got a knife.
Sorry, buddy. Damn, you're not allowed to shoot him. 3 signs you're getting punched. That one sounds funny. 3 signs you're getting punched. Number 1.
No, shit.
You look like Tom Hardy if I ordered you on Wish.
Oh my god. There's a huge bang above me.
If I ordered you on Wish. Not Tom Hardy. Right, yeah. So thank you.
You look like the face Tom Hardy would make if I ordered you on Wish. Tom Hardy would be like,
okay.
Do you know the 3 most common signs before someone punches you in the face?
Sign number 1, you just told someone they look like if Tom Hardy if they ordered you on Wish.
First sign, forward aggression. Second thing to look for is those clenching of the fist.
What do you think the third one's gonna be at this point? He's just like cocking his arm back?
Yeah, winding it up, I guess.
If someone says why I oughta,
you're done for.
Tension, and they're getting prepared for something that maybe you're not prepared for.
They could be getting prepared for something. If they're moving towards you with fists clenched.
Well, what could it be?
Visual diversion? That's gonna be the third one?
What?
The third one, they're going to be looking off in another direction, trying to distract you with their eyes so that you look away for that split second so that they get the job done.
I may be moving forward towards you, fists clenched.
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna punch that guy. Hey, Curtis, let's both go punch that guy.
Okay.
Oh. Bouquet of flowers.
Oh, it's on okay. No!
Yeah,
really?
Here's 3 signs David Copperfield's about to beat the shit out of you. Look at here. What to do if you're pushed?
What, you want to go?
Jesus. Do you know how to deal with a push? Well, definitely not having as little balance as possible.
What, you want to go?
Didn't stand a chance. And his feet too.
Oh no.
I've seen, bar fights, people get into fights, but it's always like, fist punching or they're, kind of wrestling around on the ground, just grabbing each other, pulling each other's hair.
Right.
I've never seen this like push and like whoa! Goes crashing through 3 walls.
Yeah, got guy-shaped holes in each wall. Yeah.
Do you know how to deal with this? No. I'm not Wile E. Coyote.
Do you know how to deal with a push? I'm opening up that door as much as I can.
Okay, so I go.
But then
I can go like, yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb. Don't knock each other out.
Do you know how to knock yourself and your opponent out at the same time?
So the key here is as it comes up is just open up enough. Hopefully my boxing turns on now. And
God, he looks so scared there. Don't hurt me. Please. Is he actually gonna hit me this time? He's like softly blinking up at me.
What are you doing to this guy?
He already got pushed, man. He's been through enough. He also just said, hopefully my boxing turns on now. I've never practiced boxing before, but I really hope I know how to box.
I hope this skill comes out of nowhere.
and I just bring that hand forward as much as I can.
Jesus. He was not expecting that second one.
Bring that hand forward as much as I can. He's still standing there, I throw another 1 or 2. But that doesn't always work, especially if they're super big or if you were caught off guard.
So if you don't know how to do all that he just did, the old wax on, wax off, you can do a soft fall.
Okay.
That would really throw your attacker off if he pushed you and you actually fell, right?
And yeah, that would fucking confuse him like crazy. Now what?
I thought he was gonna get closer to me.
Suck all that in to minimize the damage that you take.
The most vulnerable guy I've ever seen.
Quit your job, man.
You don't have to be there.
When that push comes down and he goes to break fall this time, now he's not there.
That's the way you're supposed to fall. Straight into a coffin.
Like a fucking vampire.
He's suddenly in a suit and bald.
Time. Now he's not there.
Now he's not there.
Yeah, he is.
Where'd he go? I can only look up here. Yeah.
Nobody tell him.
Also, that night before you go to the bar, look up what color the carpet is at the bar and dress like the carpet. So you fall to the ground, then you sort of scuttle like a little crab. Okay, Curtis. So if all else fails and you need to defend yourself, all of the making yourself a hard target didn't work, he pushed you and you didn't fly far enough away, you're gonna need to fight, okay?
Okay.
The good news is, all you need is one punch, okay? You can end any fight with one punch, and I'm gonna show you how.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Jerk in the Lexus.
Yo, what are you talking about?
You
man?
cut me off in the
Chill,
parking lot.
chill.
Do you know what?
Stay right there. Go under my space,
go.
man. Do you know how to end a fight in one punch?
I can see why he hired this guy. He's so good at, like, leaving the frame as quickly as possible.
Yeah, he's a pro at that.
My space, man. Do you know how to end a fight?
He's just gone.
Once I felt like my foot was planted enough that I could push off of it, I had to make sure I wasn't showing the punch or creating a tell. This is creating a tell. Loading, shrugging, trying to punch and come out. So the first thing you want to be good at,
Loading, shrugging, trying to punch to come out.
making sure your arm is
God. I just feel like there's a more tactical way he could be standing in all these videos instead of just like the most malleable, just, what are you gonna do to me now? I feel like he should be trying to evade it or something. It's so sad how willing he is.
I deserve it.
Yeah. And he's like, and don't worry about this guy, by the way, guys, he deserves all
He
this.
deserves all of this. He's a hellish fiend of a man.
You should see him off camera.
Remember, in self-defense, he's approaching me, I'm hitting him, and I'm trying to get away.
He said you're punching him and trying to get away.
Yeah, you gotta pick one, I think.
Yeah. He's on the ground, you're punching him, and you're like, let me get out of here! This sicko's attacking me!
Unhand me!
If they're a bigger opponent than you, then you don't just hit them with your arm, you have to hit them with your body. If they're further away from you, you can open up the hand and do like fingers into the eyes. You might break your fingers, but at least you're not going to get involved in a fight anymore. If you train martial arts, use your fist. If you don't train martial arts, use your palm.
I thought this was gonna be like a one punch. Like he's gonna teach us how to do one specific punch, but he's
Right.
like, I don't know, you might want to stick your finger. Let me think. You might want to stick your fingers in his eyes. You might wanna
Finger his butthole.
hit him with this side of your hand.
This part with your body.
Yeah, lean him over, spank his ass.
Spank his ass, pull and tug on his wiener.
I don't know. What was I talking about?
The title is End of Fight with One Punch.
There is no guarantee when it comes to self-defense, like one punch is going to get the job done. That's just clickbait, guys.
What? Wait, fuck? He said that like that's not the title of his video, but other people do that.
Yeah, I would never clickbait you guys.
Look, other people are gonna try to convince you can end a fight with one punch. That's just a bunch of clickbait bullshit.
The pussies would say. I would never do that.
And honestly, only pussies would fall for that too. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for the money.
The reason why I punched him in his face, because his hands weren't protecting his face. If his hands were here, it's a whole different entry.
And that's the end of the video.
Nice.
Honestly, I'm sure there is some good self-defense advice in here, but I just like the way these videos are shot.
Yeah, they're especially the short videos, because he's like, okay, we got to get people's attention. So.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Curtis. Well, you know what? Honestly, man, I'm proud of you.
Thanks,
I feel like I can tell that over the course of these past, gosh, I don't know, we've been recording for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you've really changed, you know?
Think?
Yeah, I feel like you've taken the initiative. You're no longer an easy target. Honestly, now you're a threat, and for that, I commend you. What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great 2022. I know I am. Now that the new year's finally here, I know a lot of us have resolutions trying to stay healthy, both physically and mentally. A big one for me personally is I want to stop making fun of videos on the internet, just for my own mental health. I want to, you know, any sort of goofing around or being silly or making jokes online, I'm definitely gonna want to stop this year. So if you see me doing any of that, making fun of any sort of online content, please let me know. That would definitely ruin my year to break my resolution so early. So, you know, hold me accountable and do not let me do that. Okay, thank you. Anyway, today I'm gonna talk about this guy that eats balls.
Fresh, raw testicle.
That's right, baby. We're talking about the Liver King. If you don't know who the Liver King is, he's gained a lot of popularity in the past few months. He's got 1.4 million followers on TikTok, and he's come to prominence, I think, for the most part due to his unorthodox lifestyle. His eating habits, his workout routine, his disdain for technology, even though he is famous on a phone app. But basically, this guy just sort of like documents his life and what he eats and stuff as he tries to live as our ancestors did. That's his big thing. He's the CEO of the ancestral lifestyle. Meat. In case you're wondering what the ancestral lifestyle is, it's meat, okay? Our ancestors ate meat and balls. They ate testicles.
Fresh, raw testicle.
As you can see, he is absolutely jacked, shredded, ripped, chiseled, etc. And so a lot of people follow him for like health advice and workout tips and how to build muscle and stuff. And I thought it'd be great to watch this guy's videos since we're all trying to be healthy in the new year to get some health tips. So let's go ahead and watch what he eats on a Wednesday afternoon.
Liver King here. It's Wednesday afternoon, and we are breaking our 24-hour fast. This is how we break our fast on a Wednesday rest day after we did a successful simulated hunt.
Did he just say that it's his rest day and that he just completed a successful simulated hunt? How is that a rest day? I guess I don't really know what a simulated hunt is, but he sounds out of breath at the start of the video like he literally just came from a simulated hunt.
Liver King here.
And it does not sound like, from how out of breath he is, that he has been having a relaxing rest day. Nothing more relaxing than just taking it easy every now and again, you know, with a good old rest day. Just kicking back, relaxing, and sprinting through the forest for 7 hours with a spear, looking for a fake goose? I don't know what a simulated hunt is. He has kids. I wonder if he's like making his kids dress up in a like a deer costume and he's chasing them through the woods.
We're gonna start with a protein shake, about 30 grams of protein. We got some full fat yogurt in here with some amazing concoction. Ask me about the recipe.
Super vague. This is some amazing concoction. It's like he doesn't even know what it is. And this is some sort of amazing concoction. I don't know what it is. Just sort of appears at the foot of my bed every morning. It tastes disgusting, but it's the only thing keeping me alive.
Ask me about the recipe. You're gonna absolutely love this. We got 10 ounces of bone-in, skin-on sardines. We have 3 ounces of fresh, raw testicle.
Thank God the testicle is fresh and raw, you know? Otherwise, that would be gross. If it was cooked testicle, that would be insane, dude. People would think you were crazy for wanting to cook a testicle before you eat it. Are you nuts? Are you? Are you nuts or are these nuts? So yeah, this guy is like super popular on social media right now. He has like a huge following. People are like super into his diet and his lifestyle. And from the looks of his videos, he has like a huge ass house. So it kind of seems like he was rich before he started blowing up on TikTok. So I was kind of curious like how he amassed his fortune. So I've been doing a little research because I haven't seen anybody talking about it. Luckily, he has his real name in his TikTok. His name on TikTok is Brian Johnson, aka Liver King, which is kind of funny, like as if anybody would know him as just Brian Johnson. Hey, do you follow Liver King on TikTok? His health advice is like really helpful. Liver King, let me think. Now, I don't know, man, you're gonna have to be more specific. There's like thousands of Liver Kings that I know of, so. You know of 1,000 different Liver Kings? Yeah, there's gotta be like at least I don't know, 1 million Liver Kings on TikTok, did you say? No, I'm just talking about this guy, the only guy on TikTok named Liver King. Brian Johnson, aka Liver King. Oh, Brian Johnson! Yeah, dude, of course. You should have told me the more unique name first. Brian Johnson. Anyway, I found out that our boy Brian has a LinkedIn, which I was a little bit taken aback to find, if I'm being honest. Like, this guy does not look like he should have a LinkedIn account. Like, just the thought of this guy, like, applying for a job seems like way too beta for this guy. Like, this guy just would, if he needed a job, he would just, like, walk in and start working somewhere. But anyway, he's got a LinkedIn, and it's all about how he owns a supplement company. He is one of the owners of Ancestral Supplements. I will preface this, I am not a health expert. I do not know how to be healthy outside of like eat vegetables. Okay, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, and maybe I'm a colossal dumbass. It's very possible. But like, weren't our ancestors like super unhealthy? Does the bubonic plague not ring a bell? The image I get of the past is just that like everyone was sick all the time. So naming it Ancestral Supplements is not super appealing to me personally. I mean, I guess I get what he's going for. It's like we want to go back to like before things were so heavily processed and stuff like that. That all makes sense. But when I think of our ancestors, I think like, take these supplements to be just like our ancestors. You'll be sick, you'll be dirty, and you'll die the second you're born, just like our ancestors. On their website, they have a bit of a story as to how we started the company. I'll read you a small passage and I think you'll get the gist. When my boys were tiny, around 2004-ish, they did not thrive. They were allergic to everything. Every doctor we took them to just gave us the same prescriptions for allergy medicines, Benadryl, and an EpiPen. All of those things do sound kind of useful to me, but I guess that's why I am not a liver prince. Also, they did not thrive is like the funniest way to say that like his kids had like serious health conditions. It almost makes it sound like it's their fault. They did not thrive. They were squandering their opportunity at life. They were just not up to the task. After reading Nutrition and Physical Degeneration by Weston Price, we took matters into our own hands, starting with organic, pasture-raised, and wild-caught nose-to-tail foods. Definitely would not recommend taking it into your own hands. I guess he just doesn't really describe what the issue is very well. He's just like, all the doctors prescribe the same things. Allergy medicines for their allergies, Benadryl, EpiPen for their allergies. Why are they all prescribing the same thing? It's almost like there's a medical consensus of like the thing that helps with allergies. I'm not really sure what taking things into your own hands by starting with pasture-raised foods is supposed to do. He's like, Dad, I ate a nut, help. Not a testicle, an actual nut, and I'm choking on it. I need help. And Liver King's like, don't worry, son, I got you. What you need is some organic beef jerky. Here you go, buddy. Tell your old man thanks. Again, his kids might be perfectly healthy. I really don't know. If you're a doctor, please comment on this video. Actually, it seems like they're doing good now. They're in the top 95th percentile for academics. When they test their mile and physical fitness, they're in the 99th percentile. Okay, good for them. I guess, you know, have them run a mile, they'll go crazy. You know, hand him a nut, on the other hand, I don't know. My name is Brian Johnson, aka The Liver King. I am one of the owners of Ancestral Supplements. My wife, the biological dentist, is currently introduced. What is a biological dentist? Isn't that every dentist? She fixes teeth for like organisms, basically. She'll fix people's teeth, bugs' teeth, plants' teeth. The biological dentist. What could that mean? And my ex-wife, the cyborg dentist. Okay, my wife, the biological dentist, is currently introducing me to people as the Bear, even though I keep telling her that it's the Liver King. Holy shit, that's so funny. He already has a nickname. He made up a name for himself, the Liver King. And his wife is just like, no, you're the Bear. I'm gonna introduce it to everyone as the Bear. I already told my wife that it's the Liver King. That's like my whole brand. I go by the Liver King. She keeps introducing me to people as the Freak, the Monster, the Testicle Nibbler. All right, but I don't want you to get the wrong idea. He is really into his diet, and that's super important to him, but that's not the only part of living the ancestral lifestyle. This guy's big thing is living by these like 9 ancestral tenets that he follows, and a big part of that is how he sleeps. So this TikTok shows what kind of bed he sleeps on.
Liver King here. This is how Liver King and Liver Queen sleep. You'll see that we have our little wool pads on top of these little wooden boxes that we made. It's just some plywood so that we can elevate the bed, especially in a high humidity environment so we don't get any mold underneath. And we have these thin wool pads that are just, I don't know, an inch or two, just a little bit of stuff down here to give enough cushion.
Why do I get the idea that like this wasn't his original plan? I feel like his original ancestral plan was just to sleep on the floor, and then he was like, God damn, this is uncomfortable. So he's like, well, maybe it would still be kind of considered ancestral living if I like built a little wooden thing. Because they probably had wood back then, so I'll just sleep on wood. So then he built this like wooden pallet thing, and he tried sleeping on that, and he was still like, this sucks, I can't do it. And so then he added this like thin wool pad. Before you know it, he's gonna have a bed. He's gonna be like, and then on top of the wool pad, I just put like a memory foam mattress. Just went to Mattress Firm, just like they used to do back in the ancestral days. And I put that right on top of the wool pad, and that's basically how the Liver Queen and I sleep.
Liver Queen will never allow a cell phone in here, but if she catches Liver King listening to a book, we have this little Faraday bag, and that's where the phone goes. Even though the phone is always gonna be in airplane mode, this is just an insurance policy.
So that's another important thing to him and his wife. He talks about it a lot, is that they don't want any...
I've been streaming for 2 hours. I'm pretty sure my friends are coming later to hang out before graduation. Jesus. So I'm gonna end it here.